A very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Valley for this Charlton TV production as the Addicts take on Wigan Athletic here in this League One encounter. Alongside me, immediately to my right, is Greg Stubley, who you'll hear from reasonably shortly. And further to my right is our local lounge lizard, Mr. Steve Brown. How are you, Steve? Good afternoon.
I'm full up.
Yes, not surprised. Was it 3 dinners pre-match?
No, I actually forgot. I was invited into the VIP lounge today and completely forgot, and just had a text from the guy that invited me saying, "I take it you're not coming."
What did Curb say when you're all preparing for a match, a big match, game you've got to win, and they say, right, go for your pre-match meal, and you used to have 4? What?
No, I didn't have pre-match.
Didn't you?
No. So
wow.
no, I didn't like eating anywhere near the game. So I would have a breakfast on a match day, and when they went down at 11 o'clock for pre-match, I went and joined the team, obviously, because you have to. It was compulsory, but I never ate. I just
watched them eat.
I just had a banana and water, but poached eggs in the morning at about 9 o'clock. Yeah. So that was my routine. Yeah.
The fitness route. You ought to do a video of that. fitness regime from Brownie. I want to see it. I'd sign up.
I'm not sure it would go down if you talk to the nutritionist now. I'd say that they tell you that was as Greg pulls out 7 cookies from his bag that Katie's made.
Yeah, that hasn't helped.
Timing's marvellous, Greg. Yeah. No, I'm sure they tell you that's not the right thing to do. But that was what I was comfortable with.
To be fair, if I had to do a regime where it involved not eating at all, I don't think I'd sign up to be fair. So, but anyway, look, we digress a little bit. We're going to get ahead to what happened on Tuesday night. But just before we do that, we are running a bit over. But just before we do that, Brownie, I mean, it's been an incredible mid to long term, I suppose.
Yeah.
A set of results for Charlton puts us on the threshold of second place now, which didn't seem likely 10 games ago. I mean, the dressing room must be buzzing. It must be a happy place.
It probably doesn't get a lot better than it looks right now in terms of points return and in terms of how they're approaching matches and winning games. You know, whether it's comfortable and getting leads early, or it's winning games late. You know, they're finding a way to get it done. The point up at Stockport again, you know, a real different kind of point, a different way to come away with something. And I thought we defended resolutely against a very good side who were leading actually last time I watched against Bolton at Bolton. So you know, it's a marvellous run. And if you think about even just our record here in 2025, played 7 won 6 drawn 1 lost none, goals for 11 goals against 1. That's in 2025. You know, we're on an astonishing run of form, and there's lots of little statistics I've got written down here. I'll save some for the game if needs be, but our home form is particularly good and has been for some time, and it's putting us on a very sound footing where when we pinch a point up at Stockport or we win away from home, it's just adding to the tally. And if you're above us at the moment, you're absolutely looking over your shoulder. There's a very big game today between 2 and 3. We'd love to see a draw there, a little home win, and I think it really will be cause for concern if you're sat in second and third at the moment.
Well, to quote Nathan Jones, it's all about what we do, not about what anybody else does. And what we did on Tuesday night was to play superbly and to beat Crawley Town, who were a tough game. We're going to look at the highlights over that victory over Crawley Town, and you'd think going to Crawley, the position they're in. You know, you look at it on paper. I know it's a ridiculous thing to say, but you look at it on paper, you think it's a banker win. But as Nathan Jones was at pains to point out, they're a tricky side to play against, and they've got some good attacking talent. And so to win there was crucial on the back of that point against Stockport.
Well, you only have to look at the game before us, which was Reading, where they dropped points against Crawley, and Crawley will feel like for them to have any opportunity of staying up, it's on their home form. So I think that calling it off when they did was probably a poor decision when you look at the run of form we've been on. And I thought we were comfortable winners on Tuesday night, despite the scoreline only being 1. I thought there was a period in the second half of 20 minutes where we could have gone 2 and 3, and then it was a case of, you know, if they'd have pinched something, it would have been a little bit unjust. But yeah, I think that's a consequence of the results we've had and the performance we've had leading up to that game. I was very, very confident. 1 or 2 around me, texts I was receiving and stuff like that, people weren't so confident. You know, because I think like being a Charlton fan obviously damages you over the years. You'll be able to tell me more than that.
No question about it.
Whereas people that have been Charlton fans for a long time texting me saying, this is the sort of game we lose or we draw. And I didn't see it like that, and thankfully it didn't turn out like that. But
there is an emotional quandary when you support Charlton, in that when we're on the run we're on, any normal human being goes, oh yeah, that's a bang. Of course you're going to win it. Yeah. When you're a Charlton fan, you think, oh, this could trip us up. It's just the nature of the beast. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I tend to get those texts a lot of them at the moment, and if you're a fan, and if you supported a club and you're absolutely into football, as most fans are, then the doubts will start to creep in, and certainly you'll start thinking, how long can this run go on for? Because that's what fans do. I at the moment, rather bizarrely, I'm finding myself as the equaliser.
Mr. Positive.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just please, just leave me alone. You know, go away. You're dragging me down.
I mean, look, it comes from the back, and we will talk to. We'll see what Thierry Small had to say in a very short while. But it just basically goes back to I think what we've actually been through since getting relegated the last time from the Championship. We've been on a little bit of a roller coaster, both emotionally and behind the scenes and on the pitch. So I think it's just a question of, there's a bit of can't quite believe it's happening scenario.
Well, and just to back that up, it's, looking to win 7 straight home games since August 2019, which takes you back to that period. And, like I said, there's lots of little things just starting to, on paper at least, statistically look like, it did 5 years ago. And it has been a very tricky period. I think everybody will admit that, and it's through no one's fault, really, just circumstances where we've got maybe our recruitment a little bit wrong, etc., etc. But now this team looks like it means business, and it's in a very, very good place. There is nothing to fear, really, other than complacency. When you think, football has this habit of really coming back to bite you when you think you're achieving something, whether that's as a staff member, whether it's as a player. When you get on these runs, and the moment you think you're on top of everything is the moment it doesn't go well for you. And this team's not showing any signs of that. It's attacking games week in, week out with a real energy, with a fantastic attitude. Players that are coming in for people, for people that have been injured or left out are looking good. There is no, I can't see a weakness at the moment. And defensively, we're so solid that's a platform where if we get into the second half and we haven't conceded, you just fancy us to go and get a goal from somewhere.
Well, let's have a listen to what match winner on Tuesday night, Thierry Small, had to say when he spoke to Charlotte Richardson on Charlton TV.
Thierry, a massive congratulations, a match-winning goal as the squad put in such an epic shift. Give me your thoughts on the 90 minutes out there.
Yeah, it was a tough game, to be honest. I thought the lads done well, put in a great shift. We knew, from the point from Stockport that we had to, get 3 points today, and it would have been, a good point the other week. So, it was good for us, and I'm happy that we got the 3 points.
People can look at Crawley's position in the table. They're a team playing for their lives, almost with the shackles removed from an attacking point of view. How much did you and the boys have to adapt to their threat whilst also committing so many bodies forward to try and break the deadlock?
Yeah, no, they were a tricky side, to be fair, because they left so many people up, and obviously I'm grateful that, we had the opportunity to put it away. So, it was... we defended well, got another clean sheet. The lads, testament to the lads again, like such a great group in there. We work hard, and we're doing our jobs on the pitch to get the 3 points, and that's the most important thing.
Some of the defending at times was literally body on the line stuff, commitment from the front to the back, and that leads to yet another clean sheet. The confidence must be high that you can keep shutting teams out.
Yeah, that's the thing, we got great centre-backs, Lloydie, Maka, Kane, Mitch, so it's when it makes your job a lot easier, if that makes sense, because they're always going to, be there or be in and around it, and, another great game for them, and, we just got to keep on keeping clean sheets, keep the ball out of the net, and then hopefully we can do what we need to do up the field.
Let's talk about your goal then, shall we? Because it was a brilliant attacking move, really. Started by Lloyd winning possession, Macaulay in a really advanced position, and then you there to rifle the ball home. So much power behind the shot. How did you see it? Yeah,
when the ball fouled to me, I just thought, because there was I think from my memory, there was a defender in the way, so I just had to take it around him, and then anything on target, it had a chance. And, it's one thing that I've been really working on, on the training pitch, just my end product, and trying to help the team more, with goals, assists and stuff like that. So I'm just grateful that it happened, that I got a goal today, and just got to keep up my head down, keep working hard and see if I can provide more.
You've said that to me before, your commitment to trying to refine and add to your game down the other end of the pitch. So it must be a really satisfying moment to see the reward coming off and you contributing to a massive 3 points.
Yeah, no, 100%. First of all, it's about the team and trying to do my best for the team. And, if that comes with goals and assists, then happy days. But, a lot of the work that I was doing, sometimes it's just I was missing the final bit, and obviously I'm happy that it come today, but it's just one thing that I'm going to keep on refining, keep on trying to get better, keep on trying to add to, and then we'll see what happens.
The knee slide was pretty good as well.
Yeah, I love it.
It was really good to see, and finally, because it's really cold here post-match, a 4th consecutive sellout away end. The support is really helping the team get over the line in what is such a competitive League One.
Yeah, 100%. The fans are amazing, especially away. Just got to keep on helping us, keep on supporting us, because it's a collective effort with players and fans that with their support and their keep pushing us on. Hopefully we can do amazing things this season.
And on to Saturday.
On to Saturday, let's go.
Today, that was Thierry Small talking to Charlton TV and Charlotte Richardson post the victory against Crawley Town. And you can always tell when Thierry's going to go. The smile, you can't wipe his face with a blowtorch, can you? So look, the general gist of it is that yes, we're in a good place. The dressing room's bouncing. It's great fun, but there's a determination and a will to keep this going.
Yeah, I think I've just sort of addressed. The minute you think you've got it cracked, it unpicks itself quite quickly, and it's just the attitude of the players. Look, Nathan's been in this position before as a manager. He knows what it takes, and there are certain players within the squad that know what it takes, and there are others that don't. And the ones that don't will be educated by the ones that have got promoted out of this league, and they'll certainly be educated by Curtis Fleming and Nathan Jones. So hopefully feet are staying firmly on the ground, and the focus is simply on making sure that they replicate the performance levels that they've been working at in recent months. If they do that, I think this team's got itself in a position where structurally it's very, very difficult to break down, and teams are like, we never really focus on what the other team will be thinking about us. We always think about what we're thinking, and actually they're not enjoying coming here today. They know this is a hard job for them, Wigan, today, to get a result, and I think thankfully they're in a position where it doesn't matter. I think they're going to stay in League One, which is, I don't know whether that's disappointing for them in terms of their budget, etc., but they know this is a very, very tough fixture. But we've got to maintain our focus on what we're going to do today, and that is matching the levels that we've had in recent months. It sounds very simplistic, but it's not, because you've got to get yourself to a 7 or 8 every week. It's not easy to do, there's factors that can just creep up on you, lack of sleep. You get, your kids wake you up. There's so many things that can go wrong. You've got cold, but you don't want to relinquish your position in the team. So you perform at a 5. So many sending off in the first 10 minutes. All these things can impact a game. But we've just got to concentrate on making sure that we perform at the levels we have, and we'll beat most teams in this league.
Well, somebody else we spoke to in the week was another player who's been performing well, and he's had to come back from quite a tough period, and that's Miles Leaburn. And let's hear what he had to say ahead of today's game. Well, Miles, firstly, from a team point of view, we're on an incredible run. At the minute, we're up to 4th in the table, within striking distance now of second place. Is there a determination amongst the players to keep this run going?
Yeah, for sure. We've obviously had a great jump in form the last, I'd say, 2 months, away and at home. And it just feels like everything's clicked, and we're gathering that momentum, players, staff, and just with the help of the fans as well.
From a personal perspective, you've been back in the starting lineup the last couple of games, and both were very physical contests. I think you were kicked, pulled, strangled, had your shirt almost taken off a few times. I'm guessing, even at the age of 21, it's something you're experienced enough to know that you've got to expect it.
Yeah, it was definitely one of probably the harder games I've ever played, but we saw it through as a good point away from home against a side that are very physical and good, and it just shows how far we've come, because I think in previous years we seem to lose those battles, but I think we were up for it in that game. Do you think you've got to expect that for the remaining 10 games now? Yeah, for sure. Definitely, if we want to, that's the side of the game we have to keep up, and that side of the game is what wins us clean sheets sometimes, and I think we've really developed in that stage, and that's why we've been able to grade out those games.
Well, obviously you were injured for a long time. I missed the first 2 months of the season. There was a perception it could take you well into next season to get back to your best. 26 appearances and 10 goals isn't a bad return. How do you feel you've progressed since coming back?
Yeah, I think I've been alright. I'm not near where I want to be. I've obviously got, to be fair, 10 goals, it sounds nice, but I still feel like in myself I've got more to give, and especially in like consistency wise. But I think I'm just so happy that the team are doing so well, and it just shows the squad depth, because obviously people come in and out, and it just shows the importance of the whole squad, and it's how the togetherness, and those people who haven't been in the squad, when they come back in, they do the job, and it just shows how the gaffers like Star has imposed on all of us, and that mindset of even if you're out, you're not out. Do you know what I mean? And you could be called upon at any point.
Did you set yourself targets when you came back? When you came back in the side 2 months in?
Probably just my main thing was just to stay fit, because obviously being out that long, all the stuff I went through off the pitch to get back, and all that grueling hard work, like, and just I don't want to have to go through that again. So my main thing was just literally just staying fit, and obviously get some goals, which I've got, but still in terms of like consistency and fitness, I feel like I've got a long way to go.
You've just won the Goal of the Month award again, with that body swerve and foot shuffle and finish inside the post against Exeter at the Valley. How did that one compare to either previous ones this season or generally? Do you have a favourite goal in was it 40 now? I don't know, how many have you got? 30 now, yeah.
Yeah, probably the Wickham goal, the Wickham chip, because obviously it's a big game, and yeah, just that style of finish is nice. But no, yeah, it was a good goal. Haven't scored a goal like that in a while, so it's nice.
Did DC have a bit of a pop at you for not passing it across the 6-yard box?
No, to be fair, he said if I missed, he would have been calling on me, but luckily I scored it.
At 21, you're already an experienced player, and do you find that younger players or players generally now coming to you for advice, especially for what you've been through, the injury and in the first team action you've had?
Not too much. Well, to be fair, sometimes like with the guys I know in the 21, sometimes, but it's more just I'm still asking Chucks and Hilts for advice on that, because even though I wouldn't class myself as really experienced player, because I'm 21, but I've really only had like a year and a half of football, because I think I've been out for so long and I'm still learning. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, props to Chucks and Hilts, they help me a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I go talk to them every day, go through clips with them and everything.
And in terms of targets, just finally, you said that it was just about getting fit now. What about for the final 10 of the season? Do you have anything?
Just, I'd probably say I'm more just looking at the team and just hoping we can keep pushing and get towards that second place. And obviously I hope I get my share of goals and just help the team in any way possible.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you.
So there we are. That was Miles Leaburn talking ahead of our fixture today, and generally as well. And Brownie, look, he's had to come back from an injury that none of us realised was quite as bad as it was. And the fact that he's back and playing as well as he has, I mean, we did say at the time it looked like he needed sort of dropping out a little bit just to regain his composure, regain his, just to have a breather, because when you're out for that long, and it was only until I was looking back that it's, a year out. It's a long time for anybody, let alone somebody that's had a double tear like he had. So to come back at any level is brilliant, and it was great to see him back and playing well, and he admits himself not quite back up to total speed yet, but on his way.
Yeah, and he's very, very young. I think people forget how young Miles is, and he burst onto the scene. I think we did that one up at Accrington, scored that goal, and I think it's fair to say he's still very much growing into that body, and at times it's been overstretched, and therefore the injuries have come. I didn't realise he was out that long, and I thought there was sort of two periods where he played in between, but nevertheless, I've only ever had one long-term injury, and it takes you a while.
And you've mentioned it before. I mean, you say that the pre-seasons aren't long enough, actually, in some respects.
They weren't for me.
You.
Yeah.
So when you consider he didn't have a pre-season either, so he's come back into the frame in September, having had no pre-season.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not so much the length. There's more than enough time in a pre-season, but you get one 90-minute game, and that just was nowhere near enough for me. I need 2 or 3 90 minutes before I feel like I'm match sharp. You factor in his height, his weight, his manoeuvrability, you know, his suppleness, and then you give him a year out with a break in between. Some people need 3 or 4 months, 5 months, 6 months before they get where they need to be, sharpness-wise, mentally as well as physically. So, you know, we've got to cut Miles some slack for sure, which I think every fan will do, and we certainly do, because I think there's assets there that will when he's ready, when he gets everything right. There's assets there that's going to make him an asset.
We know that already. I mean, even you know, he's had that time out, and I remember Nathan Jones saying actually while he was still out, it could take him over a year to get back to. And I sort of poo-pooed that a little bit, but you know, and obviously people know better than me. But he's come back. He had 10 goals, and 2 of those goals have secured him a Goal of the Month awards. He loved the one against Wigan, particularly, as he said. And the shuffle just up here in front of the Jimmy Seed stand last time out. 2 superb goals, and so he should look back at that with a bit of pride as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that goes nicely what I just said. There are assets there. One of them is he can finish. Over the last couple of years, we've seen multiple finishes. The one thing I think he can get into his game that will make him unplayable is dominating in the air, scoring more goals from headers. But there's volleys in there, there's chips, there's you know, like you said, the drag back from left to right, the finish. There is a calmness to him when he gets into that position, and it's only going to get better with time and experience.
Scary that, especially if you're an opposition player. Back to today, Browning, and people will now know the team. I'll run through the side as the team comes out very shortly, but basically we've got changes to the lineup, all enforced. Well, not all enforced, I'll rephrase that. Some enforced. You've got, sadly, we saw the injury to Josh Edwards on Tuesday night. Hopefully, and we're sort of told that it might not be as bad as we first thought with the groin pull, but he's been left out today, hopefully for just precautionary measures. We've had a late injury to Gilbert. That is because of some illness or something that's happened. So you mentioned it earlier about things can happen, things can change that throw spanners in the works.
Yep.
Well, we've experienced a couple for today.
Absolutely. It also opens the door for 1 or 2 to step into. I mean, Berry not so much because he's been playing, but he gets to start again. But in terms of Tanai Watson, there is an opportunity for him, you know, and let's not forget, his future might not be here, but there'll certainly be people that will be having an eye on his situation, so it's important that he performs. That's 1 for himself, 2 for potential future clubs, and 3 because he wants to be in a side that's pushing for promotion. So there's an opportunity for him to showcase what he's done or what he can do. I think it's fair to say that Small had the same situation some months back, and he absolutely burst through the door, and you couldn't remove him from the side. So Tanai Watson's got that kind of opportunity for the run-in. But yeah, it's certainly a couple of changes that you wouldn't necessarily want to make as a manager. But I think Nathan's got this squad in a position where he's comfortable with anybody stepping into the boots of anyone that steps out the side.
Well, and in recent weeks and months, we've seen that those who have stepped in have performed admirably, and so there's not that fear factor, I guess, from Nathan Jones. We've got Thierry Small, who's been playing outstandingly on the right, and we saw it a little bit on Tuesday night where he had to switch over to the opposite side, didn't look out of place at all. It didn't affect the balance of the side at all, which is good. And you've got the same with when Greg Doherty had to step out the side, Corey Anderson stepped in, and it was seamless. And so from a manager's point of view, it's like all his Christmases has come at once.
Yeah, and by design.
Yeah.
You know,
of course,
you've got to give him credit, enormous credit. And I say it, and people are going to go, oh, here we go, negative. But it's not. You point out facts. You said this to me in October. If you'd have said we're going to be here in October, right, in this position in the middle of March, I'd have been hard pressed to agree with you, because things weren't particularly good. And you've got to give Nathan Jones, his staff, the players, an enormous amount of credit for where they find themselves now. It's been an outstanding turnaround, right? And what results do and performances do, they bring confidence, they bring back belief and morale within the group, and he finds himself in a wonderful position. Now, if you're not performing particularly well, right?
Someone's just told
then yeah, absolutely. That's and then, honestly, the nicest man on the planet's just snuck in and taken a cakey cookie. It's disgusting behaviour. Anyway, throw me a little bit. But the point being that if you look back in October, there will be people disgruntled out the side. You can't be disgruntled now. You're going to get swept along, and you either come along with us or you don't play. Who doesn't want to play in a side that's winning as much as we are? So that's the effect that it's had, and it's brilliant to see, because suddenly we're getting, you know, in terms of the fans' reaction after the Leyton Orient game, swelling. Numbers have definitely gone up today. I think Bayliss executive who do the buses, I've had a text this morning saying, oh, we're seeing bigger numbers, much bigger numbers today travelling in. So, you know, real positive effect.
The feel-good factor continues here at the Valley this afternoon. And as the two sides come out from the tunnel and head towards the halfway line, I'll read you out the side, starting with our visitors, Wigan Athletic. And they come with, in goal number 1, Sam Tickle. 2, John Mellish. 3, Luke Chambers. 4, Will Aimson. 6, Jensen Weir. 11, Owen Dale. 15, the captain, Jason Kerr. 21, Scott Smith. 23, James Carragher. 25, Ollie Norburn. And 28, Dale Taylor. Your subs for Wigan, Tom Watson, Ronan Darcy, Chris Say, Toby Civic, Johnny Smith, Luke Robinson and Callum McManaman. Your Charlton side will line up with in goal number 25, Will Mannion. 2, Kane Ramsey. 3, Macaulay Gillespie. 5, Lloyd Jones. 6, Connor Coventry. 7, Therese Campbell. 8, Luke Berry. 10, the captain, Greg Doherty. 24, Matty Godden. 26, Thierry Small. 27, Tenay Watson. Your subs for Charlton, Tommy Reid, Alex Mitchell, Gassan Ahadmi, Miles Leeburn, Tom McIntyre, Karoy Anderson and Kai Enslin. Your referee for this afternoon is Graham Scott. He's going to be assisted by Rob Smith and Jonathan Hunt. And your fourth official is Andrew Humphreys. Now immediately there, Brownie, we mentioned the 2 enforced changes, but also you've got Miles Leeburn and Karoy Anderson now dropping to the bench with Matty Godden and Greg Doherty coming in. And somebody else who makes the bench is a very exciting young prospect, Kai Enslin. And Gassan Ahadmi back from illness and injury.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to what I just said, which is, you know, you don't want to be missing out now. You absolutely don't. So if you're back in the starting 11, can I get a 9 out of 10 to keep it place? And even then, I'm not sure. Sometimes that will keep you in, because such is the power of having a deep squad, is that you can rotate. I guess if you're Miles, you might be a little bit disappointed. You know, you've come off the back of a 1-0 win, but you just have to take it on the chin.
2 very physical games, mind.
And you play your part. And that's what you have to understand when you're a young player, whether you're, well, it doesn't matter actually if you're experienced or young, you have to play your part as part of a team. If you're going to have success, sometimes you miss out. It's harsh, but you have to get on with it. It's you know, you're in a position here where promotion is key, whether it's automatic, whether it's through the playoffs. Focus everything. This is not a time to be selfish about your own individual situation. This is a time to be part of a team that wants to be successful, and more than anything, this club wants to get back into that championship as soon as we can. Absolutely.
As we're preparing for kick-off here, the Charlton side of the Charlton 3 sides of the ground look reasonably full, except for the barrier in the courtesy stand, of course, which prevents you from going too close to the Jimmy Seed stand. And there's about I don't know, maybe 1,000 or so Wigan fans have made the trip down to us here in southeast London. But the Charlton experience seems to be gaining momentum. I've got some stats, but I'm not going to touch them until later on, in case I put the mockers on it. But the 2 captains have made their decisions, and we are ready for kick-off. And it does look like Charlton are going to stay as we are. We're away to our left-hand side, your right, defending the covered end in the first half. Wigan will defend the Jimmy Seed stand in the first half. Wigan in their traditional blue and white. Charlton, of course, in red and white. As we prepare for kick-off, and will be Luke Berry over the ball to get us underway. Referee checks his watch, and away we go here at the Valley. Ball back to Gillespie, sends it down the Charlton right-hand side. Godden will jump, just can't get there, it's headed away. Doherty meets the head up, but can't find a red shirt, and Wigan clear it forward in towards the centre circle. Jones tries to get there, sort of it looked like he got blocked, but referee said he barged his man out of the way, much to the disgust of Lloyd Jones. Wigan will have a free kick in the centre circle. So I thought it was going to take it quickly, and at the moment it looks like they want the goalkeeper to come out of his penalty area to take it, but I think they might have changed their mind now. It's in the Charlton half in the centre circle, and actually coming across is Owen Dale to take this free kick. Nathan Jones not overly impressed with the award of that free kick, I have to say. as Dale sends it towards the Charlton penalty area. It's a flicked header from Kerr, who's claimed he was pushed out of the way. It came off his head and goes away for a goal kick. And Lloyd Jones just asking for an explanation on the free kick that was just awarded against him. The referee entirely pointless when you think about it, because he's not going to get it back, is he? Goal kick to Charlton. Covered in full voice behind Will Mannion, preparing to take this goal kick away. Just right of centre, looking for Godden, who'll jump and something on it. Berry also gets a header, but it's cleared forward by Wigan. Ramsey meets the ball forward, and Jones does likewise, and then he's collided with by Taylor, who I don't think he was expecting Jones to come at him that quickly. Thought he was going to have time to meet the ball as it dropped with his foot. Instead, he made contact with the Charlton vice-captain. It'll be a Charlton free kick, 10 yards inside the Addicts half. Quickly taken by Jones across to Gillespie. Gillespie looks to ball cross field towards Berry, but it's gone just beyond him. Headed clear, Coventry trying to make it, but it'll drop to Doherty. Lifts it down the right-hand side, asking Watson to chase it, and he's got the end of the ball as well, but crunching tackle by Kerr coming in on Berry to win the ball back for Wigan. Only as far as Gillespie, his ball goes straight to a blue shirt, and that's Chambers out to the left-hand side. Mellish tackled by Watson unfairly, according to the referee. Wigan will have a free kick just in front of Nathan Jones and the Charlton dugout.
Yeah, just I think the curious thing was to see how Ryan Lowe would set his team up. He was originally not going to be down in the technical area, but he changed his mind during the week and he's down in there this afternoon. But it's a 4-2-3-1 for Wigan, and I guess the crucial bit is you've got a lone striker with Weir just tucked in behind Dale Taylor as a front pairing, if you like, but it's certainly a back four in place at this moment in time.
Free kick heading towards the Charlton penalty area. It's headed in by that man. I'm just trying to see who that was. Was that Weir? But to nobody. No, it was actually Aimson who got his head to it. Went through to Mannion, and now Small attacking down the left-hand side. Two men for company. Cuts inside. Still in possession. Small's got Campbell in support. Behind him, Doherty. Trying to recycle it to Gillespie and across to Jones. He's got Ramsey to his right. Jones uses Kane Ramsey. Looking down the line is Watson. Forced backwards, trying to find Ramsey, but it's blocked away. Charlton will have a throw.
Yeah, you don't really want to be receiving to feet, running back towards your own goal under pressure on the halfway line, but he's dealt with that all right. He's done the best he could there, and that was win a throw-in for Charlton.
Throw goes down the line. There's a nudge from Godden. Too much of a nudge on Mellish, so Wigan will have a free kick 10 yards inside their own half on their left-hand side.
Well, I think from those early moments we've just seen that Thierry Small has got the complete and utter beating of Owen Dale, who's the right-sider for Wigan, for power, for pace.
Wigan trying to attack down the Charlton left-hand side. Gillespie gets something on it, forces Wigan back, and it's a loose ball backwards towards the keeper, which unfortunately Campbell just wasn't quite far enough forward to take advantage of, and Tickle will send it away. And as far as Jones heads it infield, strong challenge coming in now on Doherty. The referee thought there was nothing wrong with that. And Wigan have it on their right-hand side with Carragher. Looked to go further right, but instead cuts back inside to Norburn. Carragher again, being forced backwards. Aimson sends it down the left-hand side, headed infield. Smith. Ball still on the Wigan right. Sent in towards the Charlton penalty area. It's a dangerous cross. And a combination of Ramsey and Watson just managed to guide the Wigan players away from the ball as it zipped across the 6-yard box and away for a goal kick.
That's a wicked ball. That deserved to be made contact with. I mean, it's Owen Dale cutting inside from that right-hand side onto his left foot. And you won't see many better deliveries than that into an area that's causing defenders no end of trouble. Keeper can't come. It just needs an attacker to make the right run. Unfortunately for Charlton, it didn't. But we need to get a little bit tighter than that to the cross. Can't allow too many of them to come in.
Ball forward. Godden can't get there, but it's dropped down to Ramsey. So a little bit of a cul-de-sac there, Kane Ramsey. He has to go back to Mannion. 3 Wigan players for company. Does that successfully, and now it's Gillespie on the left-hand side. Bringing it forward, space to move into if he wants to. Instead chooses to go fizzing the ball to Small. Now looks for Campbell, but it's cut out comfortably by Carragher. Ball inside to Smith, and he gets it back, Carragher. All the way back now to Tickle on the edge of the 6-yard box, who almost left enough of opportunity for Godden to pounce, but we can just about get away with it. But Coventry in on the tackle. I think that probably was, but there wasn't much in it, and Coventry looks quizzically at the ref, who gives a free kick with the challenge.
Yeah, I just felt like Norburn just got his body in the way just in time to draw the contact, but it's excellent pressure from Coventry. I thought we'd lost the opportunity. I thought when the ball went back to the goalkeeper, Tickle, we should have pressed a bit better than we did, but we got it right just moments later, and that was very, very unlucky.
Kane Ramsey deals with the free kick through ball, but the clearance goes straight to a Wigan shirt. Coventry snapping in an attack and does well, but drops Wigan's way again with Smith. Backwards to Ames. Switch ball. Watson gets a head to it to stop it going all the way across to Chambers, but it will be a Wigan throw, quickly taken back to Mellish. Mellish looked like he left that a little bit short, but Kerr does well in the end to gain possession for Wigan. Ameson in the central position in his own half. Again tries to send Chambers on his way, and he's got there. Ball inside, but he's got there because he was offside. Charlton will have a free kick on the right.
Yeah. It's a very good ball from Ameson, the centre half. Diagonal, it's the warning shot for Charlton. It's not the fact that Chambers got on it, it's the fact that Mellish got up alongside and overtook and surprised our left side. So we've got to just keep an eye on that.
Gillespie going forward, headed away by Kerr, flicked on by Smith to Dale. Good tackle from Gillespie to win it back for Charlton. Small has it on the left-hand side. Nothing immediately ahead of him, so it goes back to Gillespie. Campbell had just made that run a little early, so couldn't get the angle for the pass, and Charlton recycle it. Jones out to Watson on this right-hand side, back to Ramsey. Fizzed at him rather, so he's got to deal with that and deal with the fact that Chambers is all over it. So back to Mannion it goes. Sends it high and down the middle. Headed away by Kerr. It's a good header from Doherty to find Godden. Godden trying to release Campbell into the penalty area. Can he get there ahead of Mellish? No, Mellish just steps in, wins it back for Wigan to clear it away. Good ball up to Chambers as well, but Watson steps in for Charlton. Back to Coventry. Inside to Ramsey. Good few minutes here for Charlton. Jones. Back out to Coventry now on the right-hand side. Just steps on it as Wigan are back in numbers. Charlton work it across to Gillespie. He wants Small to come short for him, and he does. Terry Small on the left-hand side with Dale coming to cover him off. He looks to attack him down that left-hand side. Small and gets a cross in, takes a deflection, headed up in the air by Ameson, out towards the corner flag. Carragher clears it away. So did that come off Godden's boot last? No, it didn't. Charlton will have a throw. Almost a well, actually only about 12 yards away from the corner flag. On the left-hand side. 9 minutes gone. Goalless here, but Charlton with a throw-in, which Gillespie comes forward to take. Going to send this in long as Lloyd Jones makes his way towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Gillespie thought about a short one there, but I think Small or Coventry was aware. Now he has gone back to Thierry Small, left side. Out to Gillespie again. Tries to send Small on his way down the left, and he has. Ball into the box, headed away by Ameson, only as far as Coventry. In support is Doherty. Goes back to Coventry. Players still available for Charlton on the left. One of them is Small, inside to Campbell. Back out to Small. Coventry in support behind. Across is Ramsey in the central position. Bringing it forward, Kane Ramsey. Out to Watson now on the right. Watson looking to send Ramsey on his way on the right-hand side. He does as well, but it's been closed off. Lovely turn by Ramsey into the penalty area. Ball across. It might deflect Godden's way. And it's the opening goal for Charlton. The ball ran kindly for a deflection in the penalty area. Godden pounced, turned, and sent his shot past Tickle, who had no chance. Charlton had the lead.
That's a hell of a finish. It's a hell of a finish. I mean, it's a snapshot, half volley on the turn, and he couldn't have put it in a better spot. Bottom right-hand corner from the keeper's perspective. He's got no chance. Excellent build-up play down the right-hand side. Love the fact that our right-sided centre-half is crossing that ball from deep on the byline and show great strength and patience. And then a touch of fortune on the rebound, but that is exquisite reactions from a centre forward who just is brilliant at poaching goals, and it's a vital goal. I was just about to say in the next break how patient we were going to have to be today, because this Wigan side does not score many goals, and because it doesn't, it has to be defensively sound, and the first goal was going to be important. And before it got out, Matty Godden strikes. It's a brilliant opportunity strike from our striker, superstar.
11 minutes in, Charlton have the lead. The turn from Kane Ramsey was absolutely sublime on the edge of the penalty area.
Physically knocked the fella to the ground as well. Upper body strength was superb.
And then the clearance deflected off a Wigan player, but Matty Godden pounced superbly and so quickly to turn and take his shot past Sam Tickle's right hand and into the corner. And as you say, Brownie, Wigan don't score many. They don't concede many either. They don't score many. So if Charlton can just stay resolute, stay as defensively solid as we have been.
Yeah, I mean, they've conceded 3 in the last 5 and 8 in the last 10 on the form guide, but they don't score, like I said. And I do this analysis every week, and it shows me the top 200 players in terms of goals scored and assists. And normally clubs have 5 or 6 in that, and Wigan had 3, of which 2 aren't playing. So they've got 1 player who scored 7 goals in the side. So they've got to be defensively very, very diligent. And we needed that break. We were going to have to be patient. I mean, it's just a hell of a finish.
Yeah, Wigan losing Asgard in January wasn't necessarily something that they wanted.
No, absolutely.
Can Charlton make the most of it? It's ball forward, looking for Watson, cleared away, straight to Doherty. He's going to be under pressure, but he avoids that pressure, Doherty, and manages to get the ball out superbly. Fouled as he did so. Back to Ramsey. Ball inside now to Jones. Gillespie to his left. Gillespie's Ramsey available on the left-hand side. Dale comes to block him off, so goes back to Gillespie. Charlton can be patient here. Ball switched inside to Jones. He's got Ramsey to his right. Tony Watson wants it on the right-hand side, and he's got it. Swings the ball forward, looking for Godden. It was just gone beyond him, which was unfortunate, because had it been to his feet, Campbell had made a good run inside. Ramsey, though, wins the header from the clearance. And Wigan defended away, ball forward into the Charlton right-hand corner. Ramsey back there with Chambers all over him. Ramsey trying to wiggle away, and referees called a foul on Chambers, because literally was almost on his shoulders there. Trying to have a free kick in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, it's an amazing asset to have, you know, in terms of when you're in a tight spot, you've got the upper body strength to hold people off, and then the pace to drive away from people, you know, when you're deep and in trouble, and Ramsey possesses that. He's got a lot of assets in his armoury. I think the sky's the limit for him. Gets his attitude right, gets his training schedules right. I think he could play a lot higher.
Mannion with the free kick away. Up towards Godden. Leaps but can't get there. Wigan clear it away upfield. Ramsey can't get there either. And Wigan little 1-2 trying to work space behind Charlton. But Lloyd Jones is there on the cover to guide it back to Mannion once more. He's got Gillespie to his left. Following a lone figure up front is Taylor for Wigan. They've got 3 players sitting behind, but Charlton at the moment are playing it through. Coventry out to Ramsey on the right. He's had to juggle with the ball because didn't sit kindly for him, so he goes back inside to Jones. Now Gillespie once more on the left. Moving forward, looking for options, trying to switch it across. Godden had made the run and peeled away from his man. Gets something on it. Berry brings it down. In support of him is Coventry. Out to his right-hand side, Watson. In support of him is Ramsey. Ramsey, good spot. Berry's run into the right-hand side. Holds it up, trying to get a cross in. Gets the cross in as well. Oh, just over Campbell, who couldn't get there. And Wigan clear it away, only as far as Coventry. Coventry to Gillespie. Might have a shooting opportunity here. It does, takes a deflection, and that could be a Charlton corner. Yeah. And it is.
Yeah, this is terrific stuff from Charlton. Really patient in build-up play. Lovely run off the shoulder from Matty Godden, which has stretched their back line. We won the knockdown. Berry's support and the understanding of where that ball's going to drop is superb. That keeps the attack alive. Yeah, we're on top and looking good for a good value here for a second.
Berry comes across to take the corner in front of the security box. Coventry looks like he might want to be available for a short free kick, but this looks like Berry's going to send it in. He does low. Little flick from Godden, looking for Campbell. Oh, and he might get there, Campbell. Oh, that's a super save from Tickle. He just, does that say he took? Oh, there's an offside here. Did that hit Kane Ramsey? Looked like it initially looked like Tickle had just stuck an arm out to save it, but Campbell almost fell into that and then hit it. He didn't quite see I haven't got the replay, so I didn't quite see how it was kept out of the goal, but there was an offside in there anyway.
Well, I have got the replay and I can't help it.
No, fair enough.
It's quick.
Brady.
Yeah, look, all I will say is I like that set piece. I like the way it was designed. I love the flick round the corner from Gordon, the timing from the edge of the box from Campbell. And I've got to be honest here, if he doesn't stumble, he can take that first time.
Yeah, and I think that's what stopped it, the stumble just before he hit it. And no, it was Ramsey. I think Ramsey got in the way of that.
Yeah, but I think it's a free kick
and Ramsey
against
was
Ramsey.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think it might be a free kick, but either way, but I like the way that was constructed. Very good set piece.
Jones wins a header from the goal kick. Wigan throw 10 yards inside the Charlton half on the right. Carragher out there, ignoring the referee, wants to send him back a bit further. So it's only 5 yards now inside the Charlton half on the right. Well, he's just taken 20 yards. What was the point? Jones gets his header to the throw anyway. And Small sends it forward. Looking at Godden. Godden trying to hold it up. And, just went beyond him. He couldn't get control of the ball. We can work it back to Tickle and gets skies that. That's a great header from Watson for Charlton. And Campbell's looking interested in this. Can't quite get there. Just leave it out of the way by Aimson, who clears it away.
Yeah, we're starting to take control, aren't we? That was a wonderful header from Watson, just stamping his authority on Luke Chambers, the left sider for Wigan.
If you haven't seen Tony Watson in recent weeks, he's had a significant haircut, I think it's fair to say, in recent weeks. Probably added 3 miles an hour to his speed, I reckon. Down the line the throw goes. Got to look like it was pulled out of the way there, and the assistant down here agrees. Mellish.
Blimey. An assistant giving.
Yeah, I know. So no, steady on.
It's unbelievable.
We're in rare territory here. As Berry takes it quickly to Campbell, who's popped up on the right, sends Godden into the box. Back to Berry. Berry, little touch to Doggett, trying to find Berry again. He just couldn't quite do it. And Stevie Brown gesticulating that he should have shot.
Just take the shot. It's a brilliant move. It's such good football. The support positions of players are great. The skill flicks around the corner are brilliant. Just needed that shot. I don't know why. It doesn't really look any better than that. A ball set on the right foot, 19 yards out. You can go from either corner. You can whip it back across the keeper to his bottom right or curl low down bottom left. I'm not sure why he went for the return pass.
Remains 1-0 here at the Valley. It's Gillespie trying to send Godden into the corner. It's headed clear. Now Dale has to go backwards to Carragher. He won't think of that pass. And Carragher just swipes it clear at the Charlton throw just inside the Addicks half. Gillespie with it on the left-hand side in front of a decent number inside that Alan Kirbish's stand this afternoon. Throw goes backwards to Jones. He's got Ken Ramsey in the centre, but Wigan players converging, so he goes back out to Gillespie on that left. Looks down the channel. Godden's not going to get there. I think it's far too far ahead of Small as well. I think they applaud the intent, but I don't think anybody quite read where that was going. So it runs through to Tickle in the Wigan penalty area.
Yeah, the good news about that one is I know we tried to play him behind straight there, but if you look at Mellish, the left back, he had covered on Matty Godden, who was playing on the outside of the left side centre half, and that left Watson in absolutely acres of space on this right hand side. Maybe a little look over here just to mix the game up a little bit.
Well, we can send the ball forward, and there's an offside flag, I think, on that left hand corner, which surprised everybody a little. Most players were accepting that the ball's going to go out for a throw from that clearance by Tickle, but it sounds out of play. It didn't stay out of play. The assistant gives the offside, just almost parallel to the corner of the Charlton penalty area on the left, and Mannion in the sunshine with his arm up, protecting his eyes from the sun. He's going to send this away, and does so down the Charlton left-hand side. Good header coming in from Godden, a little flick, and then Campbell tried to return the favour. Wigan make a mess of clearing it, and Doherty, he just couldn't get control of that ball, and Wigan have it back on their right-hand side, but the clearance goes straight to Gillespie. Little touch to Small. Lovely ball down the line to Campbell. He's going to take on Carragher. Campbell taking on two Wigan players, and then trying to get the ball inside to Doherty, but just went behind him. It's allowed Wigan to tidy it up across here to Mellish, sending Chambers on his way, but that's lovely tracking by Kane Ramsey. Steps in front of him. Ball goes out of play for a Charlton throw.
Yeah, Nathan Jones is just gesticulating to Tyrese Campbell. But I like the fact they've had to double up on him. That's a good sign. That means somebody should be spare and in support positions. Just didn't quite get the pass right. And I love the fact that Kane Ramsey's willing to drive from right-sided centre-half out to take care of their left side. You know, it's Chambers just waiting to receive the ball, and he gets there so fast, covers the ground so quickly. He's got that, like we said, that upper body strength. Wigan struggling to get into the game here.
Coventry now sends the ball forward. Look at Watson's run. It's headed clear. Chambers for Wigan and try and do the same again. Ball upfield to Taylor, who looks quizzically at Chambers. And what am I supposed to do with that? And Charlton have it back. Gillespie out to Small on the left-hand side again. Inside to Coventry. Got Doherty inside of him, but the pass probably not on because of the angles. So he goes back to Gillespie. Coventry once more. Now looking again, this time looking for the run of Campbell, who does really well to get past Gallagher. Pulled him back, but Campbell remains in possession. Now goes past him again, trying to get back inside. He does. Ball across, headed out by Aimson for a Charlton corner. And he's got Carragher on toast out there.
Yeah, reminds me of when Zola had his dad on toast. Remember that in the corner flag? Only our older viewers remember that, but Charlton dominating. One a second, really.
Quick corner, Small. Trying to get it on his left foot, does so. Deep cross, Gillespie's there, but it's just taken off his head. But Jones will be the first to react for Charlton. Gives it back to Coventry. No Wigan player makes the run towards him, so he sends it back across. He'll deflect outside towards Small, but just getting ahead of him is Taylor. But Small recovers. Back to Campbell. Oh, and he just got rushed out of it. Yeah. So he couldn't find, I think it was Dale who did it. He couldn't find Small again, so it goes out for a Wigan throw on the right-hand side. And they take a breather because Charlton, certainly since the goal, have been completely on top.
Yeah, we're dominating.
The next voice you'll hear will be Greg Stubley to lead you through commentary for the rest of this first half.
Yep, totally and utterly dominating, and we're into that territory where the performance deserves a second. Wigan just can't get going, and if you look at Dale Taylor up front, he's very, very isolated at the moment. Midfield's not being allowed to settle and pass, and so Charlton really and truthfully kind of hunting for that second goal to give them that little bit of a cushion.
Thank you, Tell. After 23 minutes here at the Valley, Charlton 1, Wigan 0. Good opening 23 minutes in this match for the Addicts. Goal scorer Matty Godden, 14th of the season after 10 minutes. And Charlton have looked good and hunting the second as Wigan inside their own penalty area under heavy Charlton pressure. Clear it forward. Gillespie with the header back towards the edge of the penalty area. Godden controls. Doherty takes it off him. Oh, strong sliding challenge comes in from Norburn. He won the ball, but it was the force that the referee didn't like. And it's a yellow card given to Norburn.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before many, many times. You just can't put your studs in to a challenge in that position, whether you win the ball or not. It's deemed dangerous play now. I think Doherty got sent off for something similar up at Huddersfield. Not saying that was a sending off, don't want to be controversial, but if you challenge like that, the rules of the game, the referee looks at it and he pretty much has to give a free kick every time.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. Free kick and a yellow card for Norburn. And Charlton with an opportunity in a decent position. It's Berry and Gillespie over it. Of course, you'll remember Gillespie was the one who scored the goal against Barnsley recently, although Mr. Brown wasn't happy with the goalkeeping, which is a fair comment.
I'm not happy with it.
Well, you know, you were happy that he did it on that occasion. Yeah.
Of course, you're not helping my cause.
Cause for the greater good, bro. It'll be Berry or Gillespie. They're the only two players over this ball. Slightly more central to the goal that Gillespie scored, but it will be Gillespie. Left foot around the wall, and the keeper saves. The ball comes down, and Aimson has to clear it away. There's a lot more power on that strike from Gillespie, but Tickle got across just to deny the Charlton centre-half from scoring again.
It's actually a better free kick than against Barnsley. It's more accurate. It's got a horrible bounce about a yard short of the goal, and that's a wonderful save. It's a shame we just couldn't quite pounce on that rebound.
It was lovely effort from Gillespie, curling round as the throw comes in. Darius Campbell's just been wiped out by Taylor. But we've got a great view if you're watching on Charlton TV today. A lovely curling free kick from Gillespie around the wall. Tickle had to get down to save it.
It's a good save. That is a good save, and like I said, you are getting in. If you're a staff member now, you're looking at this game going, right, we're so dominant that you want a second before half time, because I don't think they're going to come out, or there's certainly going to be a response at some point from Wigan.
And Charlton got another great opportunity here, a free kick with Luke Berry. This one's on the left-hand side. One man Wigan Wolves. Berry swings it in with pace and it's towards the back post, and Tickle judged that to be over him and left it. It was going wide in the end, but it was a wonderful delivery from Berry in terms of pace.
Easy to say. I'll go back to my days. Alan Kirbishy would want that swung inside that post rather than outside, just so the keeper has to deal with it, you know, and there's the difference. The keeper can leave that because he knows it's wide of the goal, but it's a good effort. It's not a bad free kick, just couldn't match it with a run inside the box.
Well, Tickle goes short with the goal kick. Wigan will look for pressure and look for the ball forward, but Charlton will apply the pressure as Coventry goes back to Mannion. He's forward. Godwin will jump. He couldn't get the opportunity to jump as he crashed into Aimson, but Doherty wins the ball back for Charlton. Returning to the side after the birth of his son midweek. I heard Greg Jr. is a good name. There's Ramsey on the right-hand side. Under pressure from Mellish, who slides in, wins the ball, but Charlton will have possession with Coventry.
Yeah, Ramsey wants a foul for that. Don't agree. I think that's a good challenge. I think that's the risk you run when you're turning one way or the other under pressure. He does have the ability to get away from his opponent physically, but every now and again you are going to encourage a challenge like that.
Lloyd Jones to his left to Gillespie. Space to look for the ball forward. Berry's made a lovely run. Gillespie looks to find Berry, who stretched, got something to it, but couldn't stay on his feet. And 5. Jackson Kerr goes back to the goalkeeper. Charlton fans optimistically thinking he might have back passed that, but he came off the 5.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
The Wigan skipper.
Real hamstring tester as well for Berry. Stood the test. But I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look at that again, but I don't think that was what he was looking for. I think he was looking for the diagonal, and it's just come off. The flight of the ball would suggest to me it was cutting, and he didn't mean that one, but it was still 2 good runs. One from Berry off the shoulder and one out wide here.
Watson with the challenge. Godden jumps, gets something to the ball. Berry loops the ball up in the air. Kerr with the header forward. Dow will cushion it down towards Mellish. Watson gets a touch to the ball. Oh no, he doesn't, according to the referee, and no complaints from Tane Watson. So Wigan free kick inside the centre circle.
Yeah, that's a foul. You don't mind that one. I think if he evades that challenge, they've got a little bit of a counter-attack on.
Looking for the ball wide to Carragher, has been cut out by Campbell. We can scramble it clear as Watson with the header forward. Godden, lovely touch. Will find Berry. Ball down the line, looks for Campbell. A little bit slow to react initially, Tyrese Campbell, so Aimson had a couple of yards on him to go back to Tickle. It goes long. Gillespie with the header. Doherty down. Small back to that left wing back role this afternoon in the absence of Josh Edwards. Looks to turn down beyond him. Brilliant strength from Thierry Small. Carragher now will go across. Small 2 for company. Neat ball inside to Campbell. Gets it back to Doherty. John will switch to play. Playing with a little bit of flair this afternoon, Charlton, as Ramsey looks at the ball beyond Watson. Just need a little bit more pace, and well defended by Chambers. To left to Mellish. Ball up towards Taylor. Taylor, it's a lovely threaded ball forward to Weir, making a run from deep. Weir, opportunity here up against Lloyd Jones, and Jones and Coventry get back in small stumbles, and luckily for Charlton the ball ricochets out. And Doherty will look to bring it clear, but brilliant defending from Jones, and Coventry likewise getting back. As Charlton for a moment, for the first time in this match, it's slightly vulnerable at one stage, which has just pleased the Wigan fans, who are really sensing a potential second going against them as Charlton win the ball back. Here's Coventry. Ball towards Godden's a good one. Godden thought Berry was on the run, instead he was coming back.
To be fair, they've linked up so well in this first 30 minutes. There was always going to be a moment where they didn't link up. You can see why Matty Godden did that, but Berry had made the run, stopped, and then was coming back. But yeah, that's the first vulnerable moment we've had as a team. We were caught cold, and we left a couple of gaps that we're going to have exploited, but we recovered so well. And it's been a feature of this team in recent months, is that even when they make a mistake, even when the opponents do have a little good passage of play, they get back into positions so quickly. to make life difficult for the oppositions, and we saw that there.
Well, Wigan will send bodies forward as Gillespie judged to have fouled Dale, pushing the back just inside the Wigan half. So Wigan will send bodies forward, and a long crossfield diagonal ball is incoming. It's Carragher, the right back, to take towards the edge of the Charlton penalty area, headed away by Lloyd Jones, and Doherty will have space to bring this ball forward for Charlton. Campbell coming across, trying to offer an option down the line. Doherty with the ball down the line, and Carragher has to clear it away. His son, should I say, his dad, Jamie's in the away stand today. As Charlton will send bodies forward. So they go back to Ramsey. Ramsey further back to Jones, who's got Gillespie across and in space. Gillespie will look for the diagonal into the penalty area. Watson, neat header down, will find Campbell. Lays it off for Coventry. Coventry with the cross, and I think he thought Doherty was going to make the run in the penalty area. We can clear, and as far as Gillespie, here's Ramsey out to Coventry again, down the line to Campbell. Uses Coventry again as Charlton build. Coventry looking for options further forward. A floater ball down the line is headed away by Kerr. Charlton will have the throw. It goes back to Connor Coventry. Across to Jones. It's Coventry again. Looks for the diagonal towards Godden. Anderson will head it away as the ball bounces down towards Dale, and Small's too strong for Owen Dale to win it back. Dale still fighting away, but Small again showing his strength. Turns, and there's a couple of drags of the arm. The referee plays on. Thierry Small gets a round of applause for his efforts.
Yeah, you've got to feel for Owen Dale a little bit. He's got to get the ball to feet, high up the pitch, because physically there is no contest. It's just that, you know, if he's got the ball at his feet, he can be tricky and he can off-balance the defender, but he's got to get the ball in advanced positions, and at this stage Wigan just can't manage to do that as a team.
Ramsey with the ball down the line. Chambers with some defending to do, which he does well. Actually, the ball out of play. 33 minutes played. Charlton 1, Wigan 0. Still the scoreline here at the Valley. Charlton be hopeful of getting that second before half-time. Chambers with the ball forward. It's up in the air, and Dale will come from right to left to receive. And now left-hand side is Weir. Back to Chambers. The pressure from Coventry, nowhere to really turn. Uses Kerr, whose clearance comes back off of Godden. He looks fresh.
Yeah, yeah, he does. But I mean, we're getting so much right. We're winning knockdowns. The link-up play's been superb. Support positions in the midfield. All the defenders, when we're in possession, have been great. The pressing's been super, as you've just seen there from Godden. And Wigan are kind of stumped. They haven't really got anything in their armour at the moment that's going to get them out of this pattern that they're in. And if you're Charlton, if you're Nathan Jones, you come on, get me a second goal before half-time. Because Ryan Lowe's sitting there working out why this is happening, and at half-time he'll address this, and he'll try and give Wigan something that they can react upon. And it'd be good if we had a couple of goal cushion at that point.
Ramsey the ball back to Jones, long ball down the line towards Campbell, who's offside.
It was a bit lazy. That's the first time that's happened, really, where you've just seen a player just drifting and switching off in terms of concentration levels.
Sam Tickle to come and take the free kick for Wigan.
Just thinking about Mannion in the sun there. If he was the other end, he'd be freezing cold right now. At least he's got a little bit of warmth because he's had absolutely nothing to do.
Tickle to the left-hand side, but as you could tell by the sound of Stevie Brown.
One of Tell's tip shots.
I've heard a lot about Tell's golf shots over recent weeks.
Well, people in the crowd are in more danger than on the pitch.
The ball goes harmlessly out of play, and Charlton will have the throw through Ramsey. The ball down the line, headed away by Kerr. And Charlton will have another 10 yards or so for Ramsey to venture forward for the next throw-in.
Yeah, we see this every week where teams box over and the space is all the way down the opposite side. There it is. He's tried it. It's worth a go, you know. Ramsey's tried to hit a long diagonal over to Small, and he just got underneath it, and there was too much air on it. But it is on. Very difficult skill and technique to pull off.
Carrying the ball inside to Smith, down the line looking for Dale. Headed away by Gillespie. Carragher going across to take. Goes inside to Weir, gets the ball back and deflection.
He does that a lot, Coventry, doesn't he? Reads little balls into players, nicks in front, gets his little blocks off. He doesn't get enough credit for it, I don't think. Here he comes, Pete Burrows. Mind your feet.
Wiggle the throw back towards Aimson, who can't get it under control. Over 16,000 here at the Valley today, 16,491 to be precise. I say the results keep coming and the fans are coming in. Well, it's great to see. There's Ramsey with a header away. Watson gets something on it.
And the important thing is you've got that 16,000 plus crowd and they're seeing a very, very good performance. If you can go on and get a couple of goals, you know, that swells to 17, 18, because there's a real belief around the, the stadium and within this squad at the moment.
It's kept in play. Watson gets a touch to it. Coventry with a prod as Gillespie looks to clear it. Ball down the line, deflects the way of Coventry, and does clear it down the line, and Campbell will give chase to the loose ball, and Campbell's got opportunity when he did have before Kerr took him down. And Charlton will have the free kick, and it should be a yellow card for the Wigan captain, and it is Jason Kerr, the second Wigan player to be booked after Norburn earlier.
Yeah, listen, it's an intelligent ball from a deep area under pressure where you're just putting it into that channel. I've talked about so many times, outside the 18-yard lines, but inside the sideline, and it puts pressure on. You need a willing runner to make that pressure, and Campbell made a super run. A little confused. He has just booted my right foot, by the way.
He turned back with a menacing stare.
He meant it, did he? Yeah, brilliant. Anyway, Campbell makes that willing run, and it's led to this free kick.
Berry with the free kick towards the far post. Gillespie with the header, and there is Godden again. Charlton get that second. And it's Matty Godden at the far post. Gillespie's header initially, and Godden just makes a run from deep. Gets his second and doubles Charlton's lead.
Yep, it's just a long ball beyond everybody to the far post. Gillespie does brilliant, gets alongside his man, uses his upper body physically to bump him, and then it's just about where he can cushion the header, and he cushions it right across the goal into an aerial that just needs someone to make a run for the tap-in, and that man, with all his experience, reads it and half volleys the ball in from no more than a yard. No more than Charlton deserved. They've been exceptional in this first 45 minutes. It's been an extremely dominant performance against a side that doesn't give much away. And two's the least we deserve. Don't take your foot off the pedal is what I'd say now. Accelerate it down to the floor and let's go for a third. Get this one done before half-time, hopefully.
Sniffer Dogs, 15th of the season for the Addicts. And lots of question marks over the Wigan defending, but there's that experience of Godden was alert to the header from Gillespie. It was an intelligent header, and Charlton have that second, which in truth they deserve. 39 minutes played, Charlton 2, Wigan 0 as Coventry's ball goes out of play. Wigan will have the throws. Goes inside to Smith, goes all the way back to Aimson, to Tickle, goes long, up in the air. Gillespie will come to meet it, and does so. Campbell will give chase, but it goes headed down. Carragher with the header forward. Small gets something to it, and Coventry will go back to Jones. He's going to be under pressure from Taylor. Mannion comes out, and I think he was a bit bored. Mannion wanted something to do, so comes out of his penalty area just to clear it away.
Just to give you an idea of the mammoth task that we're going to facing since that loss to Crawley here at home in the league. Played 10, won 8, drawn 2, lost none, goals for 15, goals against 3. So they're going to have to score 3 goals in one match that we haven't managed to concede in 10. Such is the form here at the Valley for the home side.
Carragher take the throw as Charlton defend. As the throw comes in, it's a good header on, and Menish will give chase on the right-hand side. Ball back to Weir. First time cross is looped towards the far post. Watson up against Chambers, and Chambers nowhere really to go. Watson applying the pressure. Chambers still with it. He's done really well. The Wigan referee to win inside a corner. Which Dale will come across to take. Wigan looking for a way back in this match. An awkward one for Charlton defenders. A low sun just towards the far post of that Charlton 6-yard area. Mannion with a hand to his face just to try and see where the ball will be. Referee is not happy with a couple of players in the penalty area. One of them is Thierry Small and Mellish. They're still going at it, and the referee's keeping a keen eye.
Yeah, what is that though? I mean,
the corner's taken towards the near post, and Coventry clears it away. They'll have the ball back. It's a heavy touch, and Coventry wins the ball back for Charlton. Brilliant from Connor Coventry. Out to the right to Campbell. Will go on a run. Dale gets back. Campbell is beyond Dale on the right-hand side. Still with it, Tyrese Campbell. The cross takes a deflection, and it's comfortable for Tickle in the end. A warm applause from should I say, from Stevie Brown.
yeah, I love the way he just stopped the ball and then went again.
Down the line, Coventry. Nice ditch clearance as Dale looked interested. Ball comes back to Chambers. Chambers diving the ball to penalty area. Gillespie can head it away. Comes to Norburn. And now Smith. Chambers with the ball down the line. Managed tries to get there, but again, Kane Ramsey's too strong for him. And Coventry will go back to Mannion. Clears it away. Up in the air. Berry bundles into Chambers. Ball forward from Smith. James will come across and look to clear the ball forward, which he does. Smith with the header forward. James likewise for Charlton. Norburn forward again. Bit of a scrappy passage of play, and there's an offside flag as Mellish coming back from an offside position.
You don't often see this, but we're going to get a big fat 0.00 for Wigan on the XG if we can see out this last few minutes, which is testament really to Charlton and how they're set up defensively and have been like this for some while. They're very, very stingy.
Well, coming into this game with Ryan Lowe, we were just speaking off air, Brownie, we thought maybe they'd go to formation changes. A lot of defenders out there for Wigan, a lot of defensive-minded players. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked to add a couple at half-time, because the first half really hasn't gone their way.
That's why the second goal is important. I don't think he's going to want to watch this again. We've been utterly dominant in every department.
Coventry does superbly well to win the ball back again for John. How many times we said that in the first half? And he wins this side a free kick as well.
Listen, you know as well as I... Well, you don't actually, but I do, because I've played in it. The striker's going to get man of the match. He's scored 2 already. That's pretty much done, but Coventry's exceptional.
Free kick taken as Campbell down the line. Berry, and the cross towards the far post. And just goes out of play.
He don't have to do anything else, and he'll clean up because of the goals. And he's having a very good game, Matty Godden. But Coventry is one of those midfielders where it can go unnoticed what he does. You know, it's the untrained eye, certain things he does, the way he reads play and where the ball's going to drop, and when his teammate's in trouble and he doubles up on the inside, how he plays balls into space when he's under pressure. It's a real football intelligence that probably doesn't get the credit it's deserved all the time, but he's moulded himself into a very, very good midfielder.
Aimson up towards Weir. The ball comes down and Small smacks it against Jensen Weir. Charlton will have the throw. I don't know how many added minutes at the end of this first half. It might not be any. The official says 1 added minute.
1 additional minute at the end of the first half. 1 minute.
Down the line, Dale gets something to it. Hit away by Aimson. Commentary down towards Small. Again, just pulled down the line, goes out to play. Wigan will have the throw.
Yeah, I think praise where praise is due. This has been an exceptional first 45 minutes. Utterly dominant. 2 goals is the least we deserve. I think the only thing is you've got to expect, not a backlash, but you've got to expect Wigan to change things, try something different. If they carry on in the same manner in the second half, it will go 3 and 4. So just we've got to wait and see what they decide to do at half-time.
Wigan the ball forward, Jones down to Thierry Small, and that concludes the first 45 minutes, a half that Charlton have absolutely dominated. We're going to the break with a 2-goal lead. 2 goals courtesy of top scorer Matty Godden, who opened the scoring after 10 minutes. It's good work initially by Kane Ramsey, who bullied Mellish. A low cross deflected kindly into Matty Godden, who had a lot to do. Turned with his left foot, fired beyond Tickle to give Charlton the lead. Tyrese Campbell almost made it 2 in the corner routine. Saw his shot blocked by his own man, Kane Ramsey, in the 6-yard box. And then Charlton did get their second. See Matty Godden again. Free kick found Macaulay Gillespie at the far post. His header towards the sniffer dog. About a yard out, couldn't miss to give Charlton that 2-goal cushion and a half that Charlton have dominated. And Brownie, you're going to back that up with your stats.
I've been more than enough in terms of positivity in that first 45, just to say that if I give you a different slant now, you wax lyrical about a team and its performance, and we've done that. 0 shots on target, 0 shots off target from Wigan, and a big fat 0-0-0 XG. That has to change. If they want to get something from it, they're going to have to do something different, whether that's go 2 up top, maybe even go with the front 3, which will leave themselves a bit more exposed, but if they want to try and get something in the game, that's what they're going to have to do. It's how Charlton behave in that first 10 minutes of the second half. They're going to get a couple of minutes to look at what Wigan do, because I can't believe it's going to be the same. And then it's how they adjust. And if they adjust and they take care of that first 10 or 15 minutes, I think they will go on and get more opportunities. If Wigan don't do anything, then it could be a dangerous afternoon for them. But that is one of the most complete 45 minutes I've seen at the Valley for quite some time, where we've totally and utterly dominated as an attacking side and been under very, very little pressure as a defending side. And it's important that we do that when there's 16,500 people in here, because that might lead to 17,500, 18,500. And the more you get in here and the more positive the atmosphere is and the more positive the performances are, that is in itself can lead to just wonderful things. So, yeah, there is nothing to say other than how do you match that again? Because Wigan will have to do something to change their perspective on the game.
Certainly so. Well, positives, he's out, the sun's here, Brownie's here. Charlton 2-0 up, and Brownie's getting a cookie as well, so life couldn't get much better for Mr. Brown.
I've got to nip down to the lounge. I've got a little talk.
Another appearance.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, I've got many different hats. One is to deliver a little talk at the lounge now.
Okay.
So I'll be back in 5.
We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
While Brownie goes to lounge, we'll show you a lovely video, a couple of videos, but the first one we'll show you. We hosted a star-studded player-to-manager meeting a few weeks ago. Let's take a look at what happened.
Are we ready to have a really lovely evening? You can set off against them. Yeah, I'll to dedicate this song to Chris Powell and his team. No defenders here. All strong midfielders. We was on the way home on the bus and we was all singing, "We're going up." We hadn't even played a game yet. And, I can't believe it. I've been here about a year. So it's all about you.
Got to give massive credit to Brownie Howe, the role that he's played in getting this together, and I think it's really important that, especially at a club like this, the size of this club, you know, that there is something for ex-players and you know, a community for us to get together and, you know, share fond memories.
And when I say we have lap after lap after lap.
See us slightly different and a bit more laid back is that they see a different side to us. So. And they hear some stories that they would never have heard. It's really good. It's important. It's so important.
There's a little bit of understanding about the club. You know, people might get bored of me saying it, but it's a special club. It's quite a unique club in sort of what's happened to it over the years. And I think whenever you've signed as a player, you're made aware of that. We're having fun tonight, reliving some old tales and reliving some really good times at the football club.
Hi, I'm Dan Robertson.
Hi, I'm Sophie Dennington.
I'm Ruben Ricardo. We're here at the Valley, home of Charlton Athletic Football Club, educate people about refereeing and inspire the next generations.
Today we have sat on a panel, just a nice interactive sort of session, and we've discussed our journeys in refereeing so far. At the moment we are just people on the screen. I think it's so important that we are out here in the community and just showcasing the fact that we are human beings. We are people that come from different walks of life, and we share that same passion to referee and we love what we do. I think to get to events like this today and break down that barrier is really important.
I'm not a referee and I've never thought of being a referee until now, actually. You can do it from any level, helping referee the school team up to the Premier League and beyond.
These sort of initiatives are vital for young children of ethnic background because it keeps them out of trouble, it helps them channel their beautiful exuberance and enthusiasm and all that energy they have in the most positive way, which inevitably will lead to success.
Today I learned about VAR and I liked it. I used to not like refereeing, and now I might consider doing it.
The advice I'd give for anybody who wants to get into refereeing is just give it a go. You might go places you've never been within your football career and take you to the next level, and also you get paid along the way. The one thing I want people tonight to take away is believe in yourself. If you have a dream, go for it. Refereeing can be for you.
In terms of story, I have autism and Sophie struggles with dyslexia, and where her dyslexia has obviously affected her, I've been able to take some inspiration from that in understanding that, okay, you have a certain condition, but you can do it.
Okay, so we just finished here at the Valley, home of Charlton Athletic Football Club, which has been an absolutely fantastic evening trying to educate and hopefully inspire other people to become referees. It's been really interesting to speak to all the people in the room and hear about all their stories. So you have myself, Dan Robertson, speak about my journey, Ruben Ricardo's Football League referee, talk about his, and Sophie Dennington, who's a FIFA assistant, and we all try to inspire with our different stories.
It's important for the community because it needs to be known that there are faces that look like ours that are on there on the pitch representing us, that it's possible for people who come from different backgrounds to break into the career and to achieve amazing things. Today was amazing and we are done at Charlton.
And now here's some lifetime scores for you from League One. Well, there were two early kickoffs first and foremost. Northampton 1, Birmingham 1, Reading 0, Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1, Exeter 0, Shrewsbury versus Burton is 0-0, and also Wickham Wrexham 0-0. S. Goldsmith. Well done. So that was first prize. And if we take a look now at the screen, a big congratulations to our set of runners-up who have all won 50 quid each. So take a look up there on the screen. If your name is there, £50 coming your way, courtesy of Valley Gold. And now quickly, jackpot draw winners. First up winning £400 is P. Connolly. So well done, P. Connolly. And then second place in the jackpot draw for today's fixture, winning £100 is E. Haskey. As always, someone from Valley Gold will be in touch with all the winners and runners-up. And if anybody out there wants to get involved and be in with a chance of winning some of those great prizes, head over to valleygold.org.uk. It costs just £10 a month and goes towards supporting many areas of our fantastic football club. And if you cast your eye to the screen now, ladies and gentlemen, a big shout out to our first time visitors, Junior Reds here at the Valley. Thanks for your support, guys, and we hope to see you back here again soon.
Let's do 10 seconds from now. Welcome back to Charlton TV here at half-time, where it's Charlton 2, Wigan 0, after 45 minutes of pure dominance from the hosts. 2 goals from Matty Godden. One was sniffer dog-like attributes. The other one was actually a very nice, tidy finish, the opener, after Kane Ramsey had bullied a little bit of John Mellish. But Wigan are going to make a double change at half-time, which, given their first 45 minutes performance, isn't a complete surprise. They're out early for this second half. Ryan Lowe took charge during the week. He wasn't going to take charge of today's game, but coming into it probably felt like he could actually offer something, and one of the first things to do, Brownie, was to have a bit of a go at half-time.
Well, they've been sent out very, very early, which tells you its own story, and a double substitution, which we kind of called. You know, there's no way they could go into the second half in the same manner that they finished the first. They were being dominated all over. Every single battle on that pitch was won by Charlton Athletic. Some of the football we saw in that first 45 minutes was exquisite. The finish from Matty Godden to open the scoring, which sets the tone for the game. I don't think there's another player out there that can finish like that, the way he did, to read the knockdown, to get across and to spin and get the half volley away as accurately as he did. Was absolutely outstanding. This is a case now of mental approach from Charlton, second half. No complacency, attack the game in exactly the same manner, stamp your authority physically on your direct opponent across the 10 outfield positions, and you should go on and get the victory. But like I said to you just before half-time, you've got 5 minutes now on the sidelines. If you're Nathan Jones, Curtis Fleming, just to see what we're going to offer here, counter it, and then let the team go and do its stuff again. But there's going to be 5 or 10 minutes here just working out what we're going to change to.
Well, Wigan are back out for the second half. Charlton likewise. The 2 Wigan changes are in. Ronan Darcy, January signing from Crawley, and Chris C is on for Jensen Weir and John Mellish. This game is back underway. Wigan approaching, or shooting towards the Jimmy C stand for this second half. Charlton towards the covered end as Thierry Small up towards Matty Godden, flicks it on, and Tyrese Campbell up against Kerr, and Campbell's got the better of Kerr. Early chance for Charlton, he tries to take around a goalkeeper, Godden, and Tickle gets a touch to the ball. Charlton should have made it free early in this second half. Campbell tried to go around the goalkeeper, did superbly well to deny Campbell, and then stretched his foot out to deny Matty Godden, a hat-trick. What a start that would have been to the second half, Steve Brown.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't know who made the second block. I don't know if that's the keeper, but whoever made that block on Matty Godden, yeah, that's outstanding, and has just kept Wigan very much in it, because 3-0, it is absolutely becomes a case of how many you're going to concede. So a very important save.
Save that's just about keeping Wigan in this match. I feel 2-0 is a tough challenge from the 3-0. Even more so as Carragher back to Kurt. Tickle has got Aimson to his left-hand side. Looks like Wigan might have changed formations for this second half. The ball forward is beyond Taylor. Jones is there. One ball forward. Aimson now playing on the left-hand side of what looks like a back three with a header forward. Coventry for Charlton has got Watson in space on the right-hand side. Watson back inside to Coventry. This is Ramsey behind him.
Yeah, it's a 3-5-2, without any shadow of a doubt.
Jones with a crossfield ball. Dale wins the initial header. Ball comes down. Dale rises again, and see the ball back inside to Smith. Looks for Norburn. Gives it back to Smith, who just for a moment was down on the ground for Wigan, but he's back to his feet. He's ball down the line. Gillespie with a header. Touch from Small to Campbell. Down the line to Small. This is Campbell behind him again. Campbell back to Gillespie. Now Jones. Jones starting the second half like they finished the first. Jones across to Gillespie. Back to Mannion. Goes long towards Godden. Uses his experience just to back into Carragher. Gets something to the ball, but it deflects nicely to Kerr. And Chambers on the left-hand side. And inside is Aimson. Looks for Norburn. Pressure from Doherty. Back to Tickle, clears forward, up in the air. Watson jumps, wins the header, but it goes infield. Gillespie strong to the ball. Godden gets a touch to it as it comes down to Aimson. Awkwardly poked back to Aimson's path by Smith as he with the ball back, and it's a good one towards Darcy, and Doherty does superbly well to come back from Charlton to win the ball. Brilliant defending. As Ramsey's got space to venture forward, and it goes over. The ball took a horrendous touch off the ground. And Tane Watson does superbly well to win it back, but Ramsey looks at the floor in disgust because Ramsey was drifting forward and he hit a bobble which stops his progress.
Superb reaction from Watson though, just what you want to see. Little chance of a counter for Wigan, and he launches from that.
Mannion's clearance deflects back off the sea, and Mannion has a save to make, although the ball was going wide. A catch to make, shall we say.
That is one of the dangers when you've not been involved in the game, is that you've had absolutely nothing to do, and so when you do have something to do, it can go wrong. But yeah, he was just trying to drift this ball out to Gillespie, right foot across his box to Gillespie in the left-sided centre-half position, and it's hit the centre forward. But yeah, I just like that reaction from Watson just moments ago. You know, it was unlucky from Ramsey. He was driving into a very dangerous position, and as he left the ball behind, Watson launched off the line and made sure Wigan didn't have that counter.
Gillespie's ball down the line, comes out of play. Wigan will have the throw, which they can take on the halfway line if they wish. He's put a couple of really good crunching challenges today. Tane Watson. Down the line again, Z just a little bit weak against Gillespie. Did well to stay on his feet, to his credit. Wins inside the throw again.
You do get the feeling this will be how Ryan Lowe will play with Wigan moving forward, which is a midfield that likes to link up and a back three nice and solid.
Dale wants a free kick, nothing doing as the ball's cleared forward. Aimson with the header. Comes down and Smith. Darcy helps it on. Jones goes to jumps and collides with two players, but it breaks nicely for Z. He looks forward towards Taylor, shooting opportunity, and Taylor fires wide. And by far the best chance of the game for Wigan, but Taylor couldn't convert.
Yeah, just a little error, which presents Wigan with that opportunity, and it's a big moment, funny enough, because little seeds of doubt might creep in. It's a tough shot, actually. It's easy to sit here and say, could he have curled it down past Mannion low to his right-hand side? But he went for the driven shot across and just snatched at it a little bit because there was pressure coming from the inside channel. Just drags it across the goal and wide, thankfully for Charlton, because that would have made life a little bit more interesting. Best moment for Wigan. A little bit of a miscommunication on the header that led to that chance.
There he helps it on. Now continues, Coventry forward to Watson. And deflects down, and Coventry has the ball again. It's a lovely ball to find Godden, who's dropped deep to receive. Out to the right hand side is Berry. Berry low cross towards the near post. Cleared away, but Charlton will have it back through Berry. Back to Coventry. All the way back to Jones on the halfway line. To the right is Coventry. Going forward down the line. Ramsey makes a decent run, but Aimson is there. But Ramsey almost keeps it in play. Ball goes out to play in the end, and Wigan will have the goal kick.
He does offer that, doesn't he, Ramsey, from the right side of centre-half position. You don't see Gillespie doing it as much.
Risky ball inside by Kurt to Smith. Good pressure from Doherty, and Charlton win the ball back on the left-hand side. Campbell looks to go beyond Carragher, does so. Does Carragher bring him down? No, says the referee. Question marks as to whether that would have been inside the penalty area. Might have just been outside. It looked clumsy from Carragher. And Campbell's won his side a throw. Great pressure on Carragher. Doesn't look comfortable up against Tyrese Campbell, that's for sure.
No, you get the ball to his feet. It looks like he's got the beating of him, certainly on the outside. But I like the pressure from Doherty. Very intelligent the way he pressed on that ball into midfield, which initially got the transition. And then Campbell, love that when he's positive like that on the outside, drives to the byline. I'm not so sure it was a foul, if I'm honest.
Yeah, watching the replay, it's not conclusive at all. There's nothing completely obvious. It looked clumsy, but not strong enough for a penalty according to the referees. Campbell tries to win the ball back. Dow inside to Smith, under pressure from Doherty. Smith goes down under the pressure from Doherty. Free kick is given. Tickle will come out of his goal to take. Option for Tickle to target in terms of height up top for Wigan. He's trying to get Z forward as the ball goes over his head, and Jones wins it. Smith the header forward and then goes down. No real touch. Norburn across inside is Aimson. Inside to Kerr, goes back to Tickle. Godden this time applies the pressure as Tickle clears it forward. Ramsey wins the header. Watson controls inside to Coventry. Returns and a lovely ball across to Gillespie, who's got Small on the left-hand side. Small potentially going on the outside of Dale. Does well to cover that angle off, but Charlton will play. It's Gillespie back to Mannion.
Yeah, just having a little look down at Nathan Jones. He's not going to allow this team to just drift and settle at 2-0. He's driving standards down there, barking out instructions when people don't press at the right time or they don't apply pressure. He's on the back of that individual. It's good to see. I like to see managers that don't settle to, you know, we've been comfortable up to this point, but you can't let your team just be complacent and drop off and go down a gear. If anything, you want to see him go up a gear. And he might have to influence that off the bench with a change or two if he sees people dropping. But at the moment they're not, but there's just one or two instances there where I've just seen him bark out at a couple of individuals in a good way.
Dale with the free kick, ball goes inside. Norburn looks at the ball forward. I think it came off the arm of Berry, who just tried to block the ball. We're going to have the free kick another 5 yards inside. Dale goes across to take again as we're going to send bodies forward. Charlton with everyone back on the edge of the penalty area as ball goes short to left-hand side to Darcy. Thinks about a shot, goes for it. He was optimistic. It's high, wide.
Yeah, optimistic and under pressure, which is good. You know, the free kick might have just taken one or two by surprise, expecting the delivery, but as soon as it goes sideways, I think it was Doherty, wasn't it, who launched out, put the pressure on, and that puts the player under pressure, who then rushes his shot. And technically that makes it harder.
Referee spotted something on the floor, not quite sure what.
If it's my imagination, but the pitch looks a bit better today.
And hopefully a bit of more warmth on the way. Will help that as well as coming towards the concluding periods of the season. The goal kick's headed away. Jones jumps, and Doherty comes back as well to win the ball for the Addicts as Thierry Small to clear it forward towards the halfway line. Picked off by Smith. Forward to Darcy. On the right hand side is Dale. Ball down the line to Z. Free for company. Still gets the cross in and Ramsey clears it away. Smith first to it. His ball forward is cleared away by Doherty. Still Wigan will look to try and create something as Norburn back to Smith. On the left hand side is Aimson. Now Norburn back to Kerr. Aimson inside to Norburn. It was actually Smith who did well to get something across to Norburn, who's under pressure from Campbell. So left to Aimson, who just gives it straight to Coventry, who can drift forward for Charlton. Coventry, Berry to his right, still with it, Coventry. Lays it off for Berry, slightly wider than Berry would have liked. Gets the ball back to Watson, first time cross in towards Coventry, who can flick it on but not cause Tickle any problems.
Yeah. In terms of where we were on the interception, we got that line up and that midfield then pushed in to put the pressure on, which led to the turnover. I just wonder if Coventry could have kept driving with that ball rather than go wide, but it's easy from here.
Go short to Chambers, who's got no real option, has to go back to Aimson, who clears forward. Can try to play out from the back. They've not really got any options when they do so, though. As Taylor Price, good pressure on Ramsey, does well to stay on his feet. And back to Gillespie. And Coventry, it's a lovely threaded ball to find Berry. Berry looks for Godden, and Godden was looking for some sort of foul there. Nothing doing.
Nah, listen, as a centre-half, the one thing you can do is put yourself in the way of the centre-forward's run. You know, without barging into him or pushing him. And hope he hits you and bounces off like we saw there. But that was a brilliant ball from Coventry to set that last attack.
Doherty gets back and makes a challenge on Carragher, but it falls nicely to Dale. Now Darcy, who's been lively since coming on in this second half. Carragher from inside to Darcy. Gives it back to Carragher. Down the line to Dale. It's Carragher again, who goes beyond Doherty and wants a foul, but he went over a bit too easily for the referee's liking as Berry looks for Godden. Godden looking for some support, tried the ball down the line, which Aimson blocked as Campbell made progress forward, but Charlton will have the throw nonetheless as we're coming in towards 60 minutes played. Charlton 2, Wigan 0.
His movement's too good for that back line today. It's another great run off the shoulder from Matty Godden. Aimson, no idea what he was going to do and was left wanting. But this is better from Wigan, you know, as a team this second half. They're at least asking questions of Charlton. They're looking a little bit more dangerous and they look a little bit more comfortable, actually, in terms of keeping possession through that midfield.
Ball forward's headed away, and it's Jones again with a good header. Jones will not the throw, but it's going to be Wigan's ball. Chambers will leave this for Aimson to take. Forward. See up against Gillespie, just want to hold him off. And on the left-hand side, it's Chambers with the ball forward. Mannion comes out of his goal to clear it away. And Doherty will head it on. Godden tries to get there. Aimson gets there first. Watson jumps, does well to win the header. Still Watson competing. Comes down to Doherty. Ball forward towards Gordon, and it's cleared away by Kurt. Charlton will have the throw.
Jones started limping. I think got to keep an eye on him, because I think I'm sure I saw him limping at the end of the Crawley game on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we spoke to him very briefly after the Stockport game. We were a bit worried about him then as well. He seems a player that's been fighting through pain for a while, to be honest. Well, Ramsey with the throw. Gordon flicks it on towards Campbell. Campbell, who's got Small on the left-hand side. Small. Doherty makes a run to his left. Small looks for the cross, gets it back.
Just got to roll that back to Campbell. He's 5 yards away in a great position.
Small, low cross toward the near post. Gordon tries to get there. Charlton want the corner, but still it's going to be a Wigan goal kick.
Yeah, I think something Small could learn to do is understand what he does as an individual. So Campbell lays him the ball, and immediately Campbell's man leaves Campbell and goes to Small to double up, leaving Campbell free. And at that point, if you just pop him the ball back 5 yards on the inside channel, he can take one touch on the back foot and it opens up a shot from 23, 24 yards. But such is his power, Small, and pace, that clubs do have to double up with him.
Tickle taking a chance, and it's obvious that Wigan know they can't really go long. They haven't got an option up top. They're trying to take risks at the back. And Tickle this time under pressure clears it away.
Well,
there's 3 or 4 passes there.
I've got to say, we're not the team you want to do that against, because there's one thing that has been sorted out over the last 4 months is the way we press, and it catches teams out. And when they press and they set the trap and it's triggered, they press quick. This Charlton side now, and you can't dwell on it. You can't get caught in indecision, and it's good to see.
Must be the ball down the line, but Dale cuts that out. The right side is C, but he can't keep it in play. Charlton will have the throw, and Nathan Jones isn't happy at all.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. If you don't get right what they've set in plan or in motion on the training field, you're not going to get away with not hearing him. Put it that way. And I like that. You know, I played for a manager that was the same.
Bury the chest down towards Campbell, who helps it on. Gordon tries to get there. Gordon does get there, but legally, according to the referee, it's barged into Kurt. Wigan with the free kick, and I'd be surprised if they opt to pass it short on this occasion. A tickle to take, and he straight away sent everybody forward.
Yeah. I mean, I just think you're doing it against a team that's probably the best in the league at the moment at pressing opposition sides.
Jones has gone down with a head injury this time. There's a collision in the air. Charlton wanted a free kick and nothing was doing from the referee. Certainly seemed like he got caught late.
Well, there's a lot of activity on the sideline from both sets of players.
And that's why that Charlton not getting that third early in the second half. Even if you can get 3-0, 71 minutes, it's an opportunity for Nathan Jones maybe to consider opportunities for players. Gasson had me on the bench. Not seen him in recent months. He's obviously had injury and not been able to get back in the squad, but a couple of injuries.
I think the other thing that happens, Greg, if you score the third in that 46th minute, is you probably see triple sub around now, maybe 70 minutes. But you're reluctant to do it when it's just 2, because you know more than anyone in this stadium as a manager that if you do that and it goes 2-1, I think we saw it up at Blackpool, which was unfortunate because we were dominating at the time. But that's why you're reluctant. But you get a third, you'll do it no problem.
Charlton have Mitchell, Alex Mitchell, Gasson Hadme, Miles Lieben, Tom McIntyre, Corey Anderson and Kai Enslin on the bench as well. No Alex Gilbert for illness. It's Chambers with the ball forward. Ramsey wins the header. Berry helps it on. Thompson gets there first. Jones with a great header forward. Berry, lovely control. Lofted ball forward will give Gordon something to chase, and Kerr will have to deal with it. Can only clear it away. Great pressure from Gordon.
Yeah. And So that ball, you know, it doesn't look like spectacular, but it's in the right area. It's got no pace on it. Defender has to deal with it. And territorially, we're now playing with everyone in the Wigan half. So it's quite a simplistic ball, but it's a very intelligent ball. But it needs to be backed up with hard work, which is what you see Gordon do. Pressurise the centre-half into a mistake, and we play in the Wigan half.
Ramsey the throw. Coventry tries to give it back to him, and in the end just wins it off of Darcy instead. Coventry towards Doherty, and the ball slightly behind him. I think it meant for Small. It does make its way to Thierry Small, but down the line for Campbell. Carragher gets to a touch, but there's Campbell to win it back, and now Small. Small up against Dale, back to Campbell. It's the 1-2 with Doherty, who almost threads it through for Tyrese Campbell, but Charlton will settle for the corner instead.
What's the uproar from the covered end?
Sarcastic applause from the covered end.
Sarcasm. Okay, I missed that one.
They felt Matty Godden should have had a corner. Felt that Tyrese Campbell might have been fouled. They're enjoying themselves in the sun.
Yeah, they are. And it's getting busy up that end, which is great to see.
And the Royal Oak's going to be in plenty of supply later as Berry prepares to take the corner. And before he does so, 2 Charlton players fall to the floor. Lloyd Jones is also a little bit unhappy. Tonight Watson is just arguing with Ollie Norburn as well. Coming together in the 6-yard box, a lot for the referee to sort out. The referee is having a word with Watson and Norburn. No more of that, please, he says, as Berry prepares to take again. Will we see a run to the near post from Godden again? Or will they try something a bit different? Jones, Gillespie and Ramsey by the penalty spot. As Berry towards the near post and it's cleared away. It'll be another Charlton corner. Another opportunity to do all that again. Berry prepares to take. Darcy fizzes the ball at him. Berry, arm in the air, looking for movement. Jones peels off towards the back post. Again, there's Cummings together. Berry floats it towards that far post. Ramsey jumps. Ball comes down. Jones is down on the floor. Charlton wanted a penalty, but play will continue with Berry. To the left to Campbell. Goes on the outside. Campbell cuts back inside. Tyrese Campbell thinking about a shot and goes through, and it's brilliantly deflected behind by Kurt. And Lloyd Jones runs to the assistant referee and says, what haven't we seen?
I'd like to see that again, because I do think he took one right in the boat race. So we'll have a little look, but there was certainly contact.
It was Aimson just stuck his arm in the face of Jones. He wasn't looking at the ball at all. VAR's a thing in the EFL, which I'm glad it's not. That would probably be.
I wouldn't say anymore. If you say VAR on that and it goes against Charlton, it doesn't go down well.
Berry takes the corner. Tyrese Campbell and a penalty, low ball across. Zeeble clear it away. Chambers likewise trying again something a bit different from the corner routine. Chambers up against Doherty, makes the challenge, and finally I have an opportunity to hand you over to Terry Smith to re-commentate for the second half.
Sorry, Greg, that might have been a double touch. That could have been a Charlton throw. I just want to have a quick word about what Campbell did on that last 1v1, where he just so quick off the mark, and he took a touch on the inside to that right foot and curled it towards that far left-hand post. It was a wicked effort. I'd love to see him do that a lot more, but that was really positive.
Thank you, Greg. We're going to make another change as Charlton contested yet another decision that I feel has gone their way. Luke Chambers coming off. And Johnny Smith coming on. Never have enough Smiths on the pitch, I tend to find. Megan now have 2.
Bless my mum, she went from Smith to Brown. Had a stinker.
We both got the short straw. We're going to have the throw as well. 5 yards inside the Wigan half on the left-hand side. Down the line it goes. Jones with the header away. It's a flick on there from Watson. It's met by Aimson, who skies his ball forward. It doesn't really go forward, it went sideways, and he's got it back anyway. Out to the left-hand side for Wigan. Back to Aimson. Goes long. Couldn't get beyond Ramsey. Ramsey gets something on it and then pursues it himself, but battling back is Taylor. He's won the ball back for Wigan. So now left-hand side with Smith. Back to Aimson. Inside and in the middle is Kerr. Halfway inside his own half. Gets it across to Carragher. Campbell for company. Carragher goes back to Kerr. Takes a touch, goes forward, and then goes left to Aimson. He's got a bit of space to run into if he chooses. Coventry coming to close it down. Forces Aimson back. And he's actually won the ball back, Coventry, and he's teed up Berry. Godden's offside, so he can't find him, and he draws. Well, looked for all the world like he'd drawn a foul, and eventually the referee gives it. I'm not sure why there was such a delay in that, but Charlton have a free kick. Superb footwork from Berry to win it. And it's about 20 yards outside the right edge of the Wigan penalty area.
Yeah, I just think he was waiting to see the result of possession. That's the only thing I can think of.
But Godden was so far offside. That's the reason why Berry was trying to play it himself, I think.
Curious one from the referee, but he eventually got the right decision.
It's Berry who will take the free kick himself. We're going to bring everybody back on the line of the penalty area. Berry in the sunshine, the rest of the corner of the Valley in shade as he lifts the ball into the penalty area. It's headed away by Carragher, and as far as Small, left corner of the penalty area. We're going to go on a run. He's got Ramsey in support, still Small, a little bit of shuffle footwork. Now he goes back to Ramsey and he's dumped to the floor. Thierry Small by Dale. He's walked a bit of a tightrope this afternoon in terms of challenges. The referee's just giving him a talking to. And Charlton will have a free kick a couple of yards outside the right side of the Wigan penalty area.
Well, it's one way to get the fans going, that's for sure. I could never see myself step over, drag back, step over, drag back.
I think the world missed an opportunity there, Brownie.
Yeah, but it gets a reaction, and sometimes I wish he'd just play the ball a bit simpler.
Yeah, I wonder if he.
However,
he probably got stick from both sets of players.
100%. Yeah. But listen, it serves a purpose.
No,
but I look,
it's delighted the covered end, which is good to see.
And it puts us in a very dangerous position in terms of where the free kick's being taken from. I like Campbell's positioning. I'd actually go towards the near post a little bit more. Yeah.
Berry to drill it in. It does drill it in. Oh, and it looked to Godden looked to get a touch onto it, but he just got beaten to it. It's cleared away for a Charlton throw in front of the tunnel. It's clearly a plan for Godden to get a flick there. Just didn't quite manage it. And Charlton will have a throw. We need the ball back first. And it does eventually arrive to Macaulay Gillespie, who will run across the badge to send this into the penalty area, potentially. Lots of movement from Charlton players to potentially go short, but I think Macaulay Gillespie has decided where he wants this to go. He's just hanging on to it for as long as possible, it seems. Now Macaulay Gillespie sends it in. Jones comes short, gets a chest, and then stumbles as he did so Wigan can clear it away, only as far as Watson. Watson, little ball forward to Doherty. Turns. Doherty, lovely ball out to Jones. Stays forward. Jones, corner of the penalty area. He's got Campbell in support. Heading towards the goal line. Now back to Ramsey. Jones still there. Ramsey once more on the left. Looking for movement ahead of him. Campbell offering, as is Jones still. Now forward to Campbell. A little tight in that corner. It's allowed Wigan to clear it away. Small battles well to win it back for Charlton. Little touch inside the Coventry. Across to Berry. Back to Doherty. Olays from the covered end. As Gillespie sends it forward. Headed clear. Jones just misses the challenge, and Wigan can break here on the left-hand side. Going forward is Smith. Up against Watson. Heading towards the left corner of the penalty area. Ball across and above everybody. It's an opportunity for Wigan, which they didn't take as Charlton got caught in possession in this left-hand corner. Immediately Wigan switched to the opposite side, but Smith's cross ahead of every Wigan player and away for a throw-in on this near side.
Caught up in the atmosphere, I think. The Olays. Lord Jones should have never gone for that ball in the centre midfield, and they were a 4v3. numerical advantage on that last attack.
Charlton are going to change things here. Miles Lieberman is going to come on. And Matty Godden, who would have been sniffing a hat-trick. Not going to happen this afternoon. Miles Lieberman is coming off a 2-goal hero, Matty Godden.
Yeah, and he won't be best pleased, but he's very experienced, very understanding of where the season sat, where he's sat as an individual. But he would like nothing more than the opportunity to get his hat-trick today. But I'd imagine
he's probably more upset with himself because he had a glorious opportunity in the first minute to get the third.
I think you've got to give their keeper enormous amounts of credit. He didn't do anything wrong. He pushed it back on target, and the keeper just threw out a leg and made a great save. But
Lieberman makes his first contribution by flicking it into Campbell's path, and Coventry met what he thought was a loose ball, but his attempted ball forwards ricocheted backwards. But Doherty with the header up towards Berry. Coventry steps in, trying to header it into the path of Small, but first to react is Dale, but his attempted ball forward comes off the outside of his boot and is away for a Charlton throw. Halfway inside the Addicks half on the left. We've had 76.5 minutes here at the Valley. 2-0. Charlton lead. Gillespie with the throw. Down the line. Looking for Lieberman again. Little nudge from Lieberman in the back of his man. And referee again ignores that. Ball skied in sidewards, and Berry, it looked like a handball there, but Watson the first to react, and it's now Berry again. He's got Campbell out to his left. Campbell with Small overlapping. Inside is Watson. Stayed forward, now out to Small. Who just got the wrong side of his man, but then couldn't control the pass, and then Campbell taken out by Dale again. How many lives has Dale got before he gets a warning, an actual yellow card from the referee? Referee, I think, indicating that's his final warning. But looks like he's had a few of those, to be fair, Orlando. Charlton will have a free kick just about on the touchline. 15 yards, maybe 12 yards away from the corner flag. Berry to send this in. Again, Wigan load the box with defenders, leaving nobody up top. So nobody at all near the Charlton half as Berry sends it into the penalty area. Cleared away though by Norbert. Ramsey gets something on it. Coventry will pick it up for Charlton. It's a good ball out to Lieberman on the right. Lieberman holding the ball up. They're going to take on Smith. Stand out on the right hand side. Little touch inside to Watson. Now back to Coventry, who looks up. Said delivers the ball into the penalty area. Jones goes for it, just leave it out of the way. But Campbell will pick it up for Charlton on the left-hand side. Looking to take on Dale. Ball across to Doherty, back to Campbell. Campbell across, and it's cleared away before the red shirt can get anywhere near it. And, Fraser will pick it up for Charlton. Ramsey will pick it up for Charlton. Now inside to Coventry in the centre circle. Back out to Small on the left. Small thought about sending it in. He just showed enough of it to Dale, who swipes the ball away. It's not gone out of play. Now it has on halfway for a Charlton throw.
That was one of the dragbacks that didn't quite come off, and so relinquished possession. And sometimes just keep it basic. But I'm looking at Lloyd again. Lloyd Jones again went for that cross from Coventry, got checked off straight away onto the shoulder blade, and you're thinking, just take it easy, mate.
Is there a point where Nathan Jones thinks let's protect him?
That'll be on Lloyd, but sometimes just know where the game's at.
Gillespie with the throw. Lieberman gets ahead to it. It's been pulled. The shot's been pulled all over the place, and the referee has finally seen it. And Carragher lifts his hands up into the area as to say, "What, me?" And the referee, I think everybody saw that. I think the referee again was just seeing if Charlton benefited from the dropping ball, and we didn't. So free kick is brought back, quickly taken out to Small on the left-hand side. Swung into the penalty area. Lieberman looking for it, hit it away, but it'll drop to Jones. Jones, one touch, take a step. Oh, and a shot blocked away. What a goal that would have been.
Yeah, he's looking for it, I'm telling you. He's staying up when he can. He's on the move from crosses. Site, desperate for a goal.
Smith on the left-hand side, forced back by Charlton, who's still working extremely hard to stop Wigan coming out. And they've got the ball at the feet of Kerr. Now to the right-hand side is Carragher. Campbell coming back. Carragher, ball forward to Dale. Forced backwards by Small and a cross, but still in possession. There goes out to the right-hand side, and Zay. He's forced backwards to Norburn, inside to Kerr in the centre circle, brings it forward. Gillespie with a touch, but still Kerr has it, and he goes to ground under pressure from Gillespie. It'll be a free kick to Wigan halfway inside the Charlton half. Pretty much central. 80 minutes gone. 2-0 to Charlton. Wigan puffing and puffing, but I think Brownie alluded to earlier, Mannion really has had almost nothing to do in this game so far. And Wigan not sure who wants to take the free kick here. Everybody's gone forward. Carragher's still in the centre circle, not wanting it, and now they're bringing Dale eventually back to take it. Quick free kick. Dale will take a shot, and Mannion, with his first bit of real work to do for what seems like an age, could just bend down, throw his cap on it, and take his time to pick it up.
Yeah, you don't mind shots coming in from there. I think we're going to make another couple of substitutions.
Double change, another famous name will make their way onto the Valley pitch. McMenamin, and Robinson's the other change. Not happening yet, though. There's Jones. Brings it out of the Charlton penalty area. Across to the left-hand side is Gillespie. Wigan trying to put pressure on, but Gillespie gets the ball away just as he was about to collect it. Just beaten to it in the end by Carragher. Charlton will have a throw on halfway, and the change will take place now, or change is. And we know he's coming on, but the scoreboard didn't work, so we've no idea who's coming off. It might have been Scott Smith, but I could be wrong. I thought I saw a 21 flash up. We'll see for sure in a minute. One job he has, that fella. No, still no, I think might be the scoreboard's lost power. So we're going to have to trust our eyes on this one. Coming off. That's Aimson, the first change. And also off is that Dale?
Yeah.
He was off before he actually finds his way into the referee's notebook, I think. How he hasn't managed it so far was a surprise to me. Charlton will resume with a throw. I thought that was about halfway, but Charlton have been sent back to 10 yards inside. Gillespie with it, throws it long, goes beyond Leeburn, but skied clearance from Carragher, goes straight out of play for a Charlton throw, just beyond halfway inside the Wigan half, on the left-hand side. Gillespie's got plenty of space to move into.
Replacing number 11, Owen Dale, is number 20,
Again, looking for Leeburn, it won't find him. It's headed clear, but picked up by Berry. That's lovely footwork from Berry. Still on the corner of the penalty area. Leeburn trying to get there as Carragher puts a foot in. Clears it away. Jones, well advanced inside the Wigan half, trying to put pressure on, stopping Wigan coming out, but they've managed it, and they're on the left-hand side now, coming forward. Robinson. Out to the left is Smith. Up against Watson. Gets his cross in as well. Gillespie gets a touch. Oh, what a save that is from Mannion on the first one, but following up is Say, and he gets a goal back for Wigan.
That's a shame, because that would have been 4 consecutive clean sheets, and we were heading towards 400 minutes without conceding a goal, and it's sort of come out of nowhere.
Well, the crossing wasn't really dealt with.
No.
Was it Gillespie who trying to clear it and couldn't see from this, just looking at the cross coming in. And it was Gillespie didn't really clear it. He tried to chest control it into his own path, I think, and the ball dropped. Again, I didn't see who the shot was from. Mannion made a superb save to his left-hand side, but following in was Say. And he gets a goal back for Wigan.
Listen, on the counter-attack, we recovered very well in terms of the numbers behind the ball, quickly, straight lines, got numbers where they should be, and then have not dealt with the cross.
Well, Leeburn flipped the ball into the corner, tried to pursue it himself. He was blocked from doing so, and then found his man in an attempt to get to the ball, and Wigan will clear the free kick away. Gillespie with a header. Right to Coventry. Further right is Watson. Goes back to Ramsey. He sends it into the channel, but he can't find Berry. It's cleared away this time by Robinson, but straight to Doherty. To his left is Small. Small thought about sending Campbell on his way, now does. Campbell cuts inside. Inside of him is Coventry, a little touch left to Gillespie. Further left is Small. It's fizzed at him rather, and he's difficulty dealing with it. And he gets it inside to Doherty, whose header goes out of play, and Small has insisted he was fouled. Referee thought nothing of it. It will be a Wigan throw. Carragher down the line. Jones comes across, heads it clear. Carragher again with the header. Coventry trying to get there, gets something on it. Doherty will challenge. Oh, that's an arm up in the face.
You cannot lead into a header with an arm up like that. That's really poor refereeing. It was no more than 5 yards.
See that, by the way.
Yeah, but it's 5 yards in front of him. He's looking directly at it. And I mean, that's not good refereeing if you can't spot that.
Launched at Doherty with the challenge, and even if he hadn't have put his arm up in his face, I think it was a foul even before that.
You can't lead with your arm into a header like that. It's not acceptable.
The dropping ball doesn't do Gillespie any favours, so he clears it up long. Leeburn with a good challenge, gets something on it. Campbell trying to get there, but headed away by Carragher. Charlton will have a throw almost by the tunnel on the left-hand side.
And that goal's just put a seed of doubt in everyone when it shouldn't be the case. Utterly dominant. Even this second half where, you know, we're going to change shape, made multiple substitutions, haven't really looked like a threat. They've had one chance. Just suddenly that goal changes the whole atmosphere.
Charlton might make a change as well. I can see Mitchell getting ready, but Charlton have a throw, Small with it into Leeburn. Leeburn in the left-hand corner, trying to keep it there. Maybe trying to get a corner out of this. Leeburn shielding the ball. We can step in and get a ball out, but only as far as Campbell. Battling away there, Campbell, but he's leaving out of it by Kerr, who sends the ball away. Ramsey can't get there. Instead, well, he just gets an important footing in the end, and Mannion doesn't come for it. And Gillespie in the end does really well to tidy up for Charlton. A catalogue of scuffed balls in the air. Ramsey thought he got to it and then fell over, then got a foot in, and as it headed back towards the Charlton penalty area, thought Mannion was going to come for it. Decided not to. It looked like there was going to be a problem for Charlton, but Gillespie tidied up. Is there a free kick? There must be, because Charlton are going to make a change, so I guess there's I guess there must be a free kick being given. But Charlton are going to make a change. Tenno Watson coming off. Had a good game, I think.
Yeah.
On the right side, but Charlton maybe not thinking that this could go aerial quite a lot in the remaining minutes. So Alex Mitchell will come on.
Well, they're risking a little bit, Wigan, by leaving a player high and left, and I think they just want Ramsey to secure that. So I'd guess Mitchell will go right-sided centre half and stay there, and Ramsey will go to that wing-back position, offering that little bit of strength and power. But there was a beach ball or something on the pitch. That's why there was the
yeah. Okay.
Just down below.
I saw it there, but I didn't realise he'd stopped it for that.
Yeah. The linesman had to come on and take it off.
Mannion gets his goal kick away, looking for Leeburn. Headed away before he can find him. Charlton have a throw. It was McManaman with the interception before he could find Leeburn. Charlton have a throw just in front of the Charlton dugouts. Gillespie to take it. Just over a minute of normal time remaining. Gillespie with the throw down the line again, looking for Leeburn. It's not going to find him. McManaman again with the header. Berry does well to get there first. He felt he was fouled. The referee said no. This time Wigan have the throw. McManaman trying to take a few yards, which the referee prevents him from doing. It's on the Wigan right. Down the line the throw goes. Jones comes across, heads it up towards Leeburn, who can't get there. It goes beyond him. Kerr sends it left. Robinson. Campbell doing superbly well to chase him all the way, forcing him sideways. Smith for Wigan. Forced backwards all the way to Tickle, and Leeburn looking interesting too. Just about got there. Swipes it forward. Small doesn't take any chances. Heads it away from McManaman. It'll be a Wigan throw. Quickly taken infield by Smith to Carragher. Sends it far side of the penalty area. Good header coming in from Mitchell, but meeting up with it is Robinson. He goes left to Smith. Up against Ramsey. His attempted cross is blocked away by Ramsey, and it's corner to Wigan, and they have a corner in front of the scoreboard. 4 minutes of added time.
I just wonder if, when we were pressing, if we could have done a little tactical foul, disrupted the game, got body behind the ball.
Corner to Wigan. On their left-hand side. Swung in into the near post. Leeburn heads it away, but Wigan will have possession with Smith on that Wigan left-hand side. Inside it comes to Norburn. Across to his right is Smith, Scott Smith. Sends it into the Charlton penalty area. Manuel will come, doesn't get there. Punched, he got something on it, but not enough. And then Berry has to send it away. Campbell felt he was fouled. Again, the referee ignores Charlton protests. It'll be Smith for Wigan on the left-hand side. Ball forward to Darcy. Across to the right is Robinson. Back inside to Kirk. Now Smith on the left-hand side. There's two of them on. Both on that left-hand side. And, the attempted ball by Smith to find his namesake, and they're both having a real row about that because it went straight to Mitchell. He sends it forward. Robinson, no, will comfortably deal with that, although Campbell puts him under enough pressure to force him back to Tickle, and launches it skyward. Down the Charlton right, Ramsey with the header away. Can't find Berry. Robinson's clearance comes off Berry though, and falls kindly for Wigan. Send it forward. But this one's Gillespie's. He could have held on to it, but he sent it forward straight to Kerr. Groans from the Charlton fans who are a little bit concerned in the last few minutes. Wigan working back the ticket out to the left-hand side. Kerr venturing forward and still on it. Now out to Smith on the left. Cuts inside Ramsey. Goes back outside. Still in possession, trying to take on Ramsey. Again gets the block in, and it's another corner. 2 minutes of added time remaining. We're going to have another corner in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the groans went up because we relinquished possession when we needed possession just to kill the game, and we turned the ball over when we shouldn't have.
It's a double change incoming from Charlton. See McIntyre and Anderson both preparing to come on, and we are going to do this before the corner. So Anderson will come on for... Well, they've said to Tom McIntyre, but it has to be nonsense. So it's Luke Berry who's coming off, and Corey Anderson coming on, and Tom McIntyre's the other one who will come on. Coming off will be Jerry Small.
Number 15, Tom McIntyre.
Well, he'll add that on because it's taken an eternity for Luke Berry and Small to get off the pitch, and he'll just add it on.
Pretty much 2 minutes from now, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
Substitutions, show appreciation for number 26, Thierry Small.
Corey Anderson makes his way as Thierry Small comes off.
17, Corey Anderson.
So Charlton prepared to face this corner with every Charlton player in the box. And only one Wigan player outside of it. Bar the corner taker, of course. As the corner comes in, it's a near post again. Leeburn heads it away. And picked up by Smith, goes left. Wigan keep everybody forward. It's back inside to Scott Smith. Sends it towards the Charlton penalty area again. McIntyre's there, heads it away. And can it? Coventry get there? Yes, he can. Sends the ball forward to Doherty. Can he switch this to Anderson? He just wants to run to the corner, Greg Doherty, and he's applauded by Nathan Jones as he does so. All the Charlton fans wanted Anderson sent away because he was in acres of space. And there should be a Charlton... Oh, it's not.
Oh.
That looked like a Charlton throw.
Yeah.
The referee's giving it the other way.
Yeah, it's almost... I don't know. That looked like a Charlton throw-in to me.
Again, Carragher sent backwards, he ignores it completely and goes anyway. Header from Anderson, header back by McManaman. Gillespie with the header for Charlton up towards Leeburn. Gets something on it. Leeburn, can he keep it in? No, that has to be a Charlton throw, and it is.
We've made this a lot,
haven't we? Just
this is why you guys never relax.
Exactly that. We've been here, seen it, worn the t-shirt. Absolutely everything, but the Covenant are urging, well, the whole valley is urging, apart from the Wigan fans, of course, Charlton on to see this out. And there is the final whistle, and Charlton have seen it out. A very nervy last few minutes, 7 minutes in fact for Charlton. It is Charlton who get the 3 points. Matty Godden with a brace, the first after 10 minutes, pouncing in the penalty box and turning to send his shot beyond Tickle to give Charlton the lead, and then pouncing on the second one. after 38 minutes to what we thought was to give Charlton a decent cushion to see us through the rest of the game, but not to be, as Chris Say pounced on a save from Mannion to bring Wigan back into it with 7 minutes to go of normal time. And Charlton saw it out, and the Addicts continue to run, continue the form, and continue the belief.
Yeah, it is a bit closer than it should have been. You know, we did say at half-time that there's no way Wigan could attack the second half in the same manner they attacked the first. Ryan Lowe's got a lot of things that he'll probably want to work on. And although, despite the result today, you will have seen plenty in that performance for him to go away and make the adjustments he needs to make. From a Charlton perspective, the home run continues, the points tally continues. You know, I don't know what's happened at Wycombe and Wrexham, but it looks like it was abandoned, maybe. I don't know, but it's not a result that's going to stick. So for now, we get within 2 points of those two, but they do have one game in hand if you're Wrexham, two in hand if you're Wycombe. But all we can do is keep putting points on the board and applying pressure, and we've done that here today.
Well, that's a curious one. We'll wait and see how that pans out.
It's a medical incident in the crowd.
Oh, I see. So abandoned or just?
I'm not allowed to talk about these sort of things.
Oh, fair enough. No, okay. Well, we'll wait and see. It matters not, as Brownie obviously alluded to just now, and Nathan Jones, I'm sure, will say, doesn't matter what everybody else does. It only matters what we do. And we've won here at the Valley, and as the Charlton players milk the applause from in front of the Kirbishley stand before going towards the covered end, the Addicts with another 3 points towards what we hope will be a brilliant last 9 games now, as it turns out. We want to thank, actually, something I want to say, we should thank, well, thank you all, of course, but we want to just remind you that today's stream was sponsored by club partner NordVPN. And don't forget, if you want to check the club website and social media for post-match interviews with the manager and the players. And I'm sure Nathan Jones will have plenty to say. And again, I guess he's going to say, Brownie, that you know, we were largely in control, still had to show a bit of character, especially at the end.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know him that well, but knowing as he's become, is that we're really disappointed that we've conceded, because it's something that we've become very, very good at. You know, compact behind the ball, hard to break down, and it was a decision that was just maybe he should have dealt with the clearance. Was there a little bit of complacency creeping in? I don't know. That's for him to work out, because he works with these players day in, day out. But let's just suck in the positivity from the covered end at the moment. I think Matty Godden went over, and I hate to say this, I'd probably give man the match to Coventry, but he's not going to get it.
Absolutely not. But I tend to agree with you.
Yeah, but let's talk about that first finish. If you want to finish on a real positive, you won't see many better finishes than that opening goal by Matty Godden. To read the bounce, to get onto it like a flash, half volley it across the goal, which gave us that platform to go on and get this victory, was first class. But yep, it's all good news from the Valley. We close the gap up to 2 and 3 for now.
Well, my thanks to Steve Brown alongside me, and Greg Stubley, of course, as well, to Matt as well in production. Thank you for all of you for listening and watching here on Charlton TV as we wait for the tunnel jump. We've seen the fist punch from Matty Godden and Nathan Jones in front of the covered end, and let's just wait to see. It has to be Matty Godden, doesn't it? And it is Matty Godden who provides the tunnel jump and provides the covered end with just another way to celebrate 3 points here at the Valley this afternoon. And next up is Peterborough United. It's a League One encounter on Saturday, March the 22nd, as this time Tanae Watson completes the celebration out of the tunnel. Coverage starting at 2:30 on that Saturday. Kick off at 3 p.m. If you can watch it, if you can watch and listen, then we'll be delighted with your company. Otherwise, have a great rest of the weekend, and great next week. In fact, we've got a week off almost, but if you want to join us for the under 21 game as we take on, well, here at the Valley, actually, I think it is, then please join us on Tuesday afternoon. In the meantime, just remains all of us to say good night here from the Valley.